I'm back live on. Okay, okay. All right, all right. I got you. Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. My bad, y'all. We had a little couple technical difficulties. YouTube was acting up on us, so we had to fix some stuff in the background. But we all good now. I'm about to drop this link for Unc, so you can come on up here and go ahead and drop this link. Bada boom. Have Unc come. Yeah, I saw that. I got the notification for your video, Mr. Judge. I saw the notification, but I was busy messing with this stuff, so I can't watch it right now. But I did get the notification for it. I got your notifications on, bro. Whenever you drop a video, I get an alert right away. So don't even worry about it. I will be checking that out. Matter of fact, it's still sitting on my list right here. It's sitting on my list right here. Notification. Mr. Judge. Mr. Judge, AI Trump's reacts on interview of Umar Johnson getting clowned by the host. Wait, the host clowned him? I saw the interview, but I didn't watch it. But Unc, I see you backstage. So we just gonna get right into it. Let me drop this intro, and I'm gonna bring Unc right on up. Let me see. There we go.
MIG going crazy.
I've been out of my body, but I've been doing fine. I've been stacking my cash, I'm working overtime. Taking drugs, I told my twin go pull another line. I've been praying to my God that all my kidneys fine. Stacking money, stay ready, this life shit not a race. In the real nigga category when they nominate. Been a hustler since birth, I cannot just jog in place. Yeah, my aura's so big, it be hard to hide my face. Ain't no checking me, I'm super fly, ain't no catching me. I be trying to stay up on my grind, bad bitches testing me. Old friends getting mad, I leveled up, they ain't getting next to me. Some shit we don't get to choose, and this rap shit is my destiny. Pour it up and I sip, just spill lean up on my kicks. Took a Canadian to the trench, she got out with different kind of stitch. I do shit that these niggas wish. Took a nigga bitch and fucked her in the whip. These niggas hating, I don't even trip. Dripping on a hater, I be seasick. Coming for it all, trying to get paid. Know I'm from the trenches, you ain't crime paid. Got a thing, Gotti at my days. Stay up ballin' route like Jamar Chase. Take it to the top like I'm dead rough.
What's up with your family? It's your boy, the one and only, Brenda's baby. Remy El Ma'at. You are now tuned in to Rim Rum TV. Salute to everybody in the chat that's coming in so far. Make sure y'all like, share, hit that notification bell. Y'all already know. Um, first and foremost, before we get started, I need a green screen. I can't wait till that check clear and I get to fix this. First and foremost, before we get started, I want to apologize to Lady Luck TV LLC and I think his name is Jay Witt because they live right now and I did not know that they were going to be live, but I had already spoke to Unc and it happened. It was a spur of the moment thing, and I wanted to get Unc up here. So I want to apologize for going live at the same time because they're good content creators. I kind of wish that I could sit and watch them right now, but me and Unc got to do what we got to do. So without further ado, you already know who Unc is. You already know who he is. For those of you who don't know, he's El Malik Muhammad, one of the greatest black leaders I've ever known. So let's get him on up here. What's up, Unc?
Peace, love, and light, nephew. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, Unc.
Good. Yes. It was a system thing with had us all delayed, and Jay Whitney are wrapping up. They know that they know what's going on over here because we stay in touch with each other.
I can't hear
But
you going out.
can you hear me?
You
I said
going in, you going out.
I said Jay Whitney are aware. Can you hear me?
Oh, you glitching, Unc. Damn.
Really? Oh wow.
Oh wait, now I can hear you again. I can hear you again.
Can you hear me now, nephew? Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, come on, man. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
And here we go. It's my internet. Something about my internet's acting
Okay,
like
I can hear you now, nephew. Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah. My bad. I think it's my internet acting a little glitchy.
Yeah,
But
because I got a text from Manny Rock. He said that you guys can hear me, so I figured
yeah.
it must be on your end. But I can see you and I hear you now, man. So
Okay.
uh, let's do this. Again, sorry for these technical difficulties. We have no control over them. And again, Jay Whitman will be finishing up soon. And you're absolutely
Okay.
correct, nephew. It was spontaneous
Right.
because I didn't know about it as well. So um, let's do this, brother. How you doing today, nephew? How the babies?
I'm doing all right. The babies is doing good. Getting on my nerves as usual, but I
That's
asked for
hey,
this.
hey, that's what they do. They get on your nerves. You know
Right.
that's fatherhood. So let's get started, brother. It's all on
All
you.
right. So you said you wanted to go over this. So I knew you wanted to do that. I felt like you had some things that you might have left out last night when I was listening to it. I was like, it's
Right.
some things you might have left out. I'm not sure. It don't seem like Unc was fully said because when I talked to you about it, it sounded like you still had something to get off your chest about
Well,
that interview.
what happened was I can't always see the comments because it's got so much going on. I seen some people that had some questions, and when I went back and watched it with my boys here from the Rites of Passage program, and so I just wanted to make sure that I covered everything. But if you have any questions, you can go right ahead. But I really just wanted to really, we didn't really talk about the interview a lot yesterday, I
Right.
guess is what I'm trying to say, because we really wanted to focus on the contractor's license as well as the permits. And as you see, we walked right through that. But I was very disappointed, not surprised, but very disappointed in this gaslighting,
Right.
corn cornball interview. But so the audience can understand why I say I'm not surprised, because I will continue to believe, regardless, that Umar is not going to go. He didn't really do it a lot anyway. That's what brought him with these problems with the Breakfast Club. But
Right.
now that the word is really, really, really out, to the point that you hearing him say himself that he's reached out to the Breakfast Club and let them know that he's not going on there until the school is open, which means probably never. But
Right.
I I wasn't. I just want the audience to know why I wasn't surprised, because I still believe wholeheartedly. I could be wrong. This is just my projection. I don't really believe that Umar is going to go on any show where he's going to be held accountable,
Exactly.
because I just don't believe that, nephew. I just don't.
I don't
A-
either.
and the reason why I also feel that I'm qualified to say it and not just going on feelings, because generally when I go on these shows where it's people that I'm not familiar with, I'm not talking about this Umar thing. I've been doing this a long time, but just in political and all that, they've always had there's always been someone asking me if there was something that I don't want to touch on. So what I'm saying is, because if you really even with the beginning of the interview, before he even brought Umar on camera, man, this guy is apologizing, man. So
Exactly.
did you notice that, nephew?
Yeah. I'm
He's
like, what?
apologizing, man. And not only that, but I don't know if you saw what Mary Ann Lurie, and she did a really, really good breakdown on the video herself. And
That
I've
was the
seen a
first one
lot
I
of
watched.
other people do some breakdown on it. And so I got some opinions and ideas from them. And we are all seeing the same thing. And it sounds like obviously you are as well, nephew. So that's why I just don't believe that
Right.
that Umar is going to go on any show that is going to hold him accountable. Now, for safety caution, if he was to go back on the Breakfast Club, because you got to remember what he's saying. He says never until the school is done. Let's be realistic. What are the chances of that happening?
Never.
Just to yourself, the listening audience, what is it? So that's why, for safety measures, I would think that if he gave in, he gave in. Because what I did pick up, and I'm interested to know if you picked this up as well, nephew, I did pick up in the apology that Umar sounded like he really did want to do this show,
Yeah.
this show here. I don't know if you picked that up, but I
Sensed a
didn't
little
get it.
nervousness.
I didn't get it the first time, but I've seen several people break down the video again, and it sounds like to me, it sounded like for once Umar was trying to keep his word, and I really believe also that that's what the apology was about. And this is why, check this out, nephew. This is why I say it was a softball already planned interview, because listen to this. It sounds like Umar probably told him, hey, look, man, just like I told the Breakfast Club, I don't really want to go on and all that. And then they probably told him, nephew, now just think about this now. All right. It'll be a softball thing. Because if you notice, they never focused on anything. Even
Right,
when they asked him about his mental health, you're talking about the school has nothing to do with your mental health. And
right,
again, they didn't correct him. So from
right,
my experience, that it sounded to me like, well, if we happen to ask you something that we may not have thought to tell you we were going to ask, we're not going to make a big deal out of it. So I just wanted to let the people know how I felt about it. I just really thought that it was a cornball softball interview, and I don't know. And the tricky part is, nephew, I don't know if it's because of what I'm saying now, or if it's because these people don't really vet Umar. Because you got to remember, a lot of people, man, will take you, especially when they want that audience, they'll just take you because of your name, if that makes sense to you,
right.
nephew. We ain't gonna vet him. Hell, that's Umar Johnson. Just
Let
let him
me
come on.
because the reason why he was apologizing, I don't know if you know the gentleman Charleston White. He
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
apologizing.
yeah. I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, he was apologizing because he was trying to get him and Charleston on the show together to debate, and Charleston was going to hold him accountable, and Umar didn't want to do it. So then
Okay,
he kept pressing it, and
okay.
that's what
What
he's apologizing about.
Well, educate me on this, then, nephew, because I don't know everything. Now, I do know there's been times where Umar has been offered money to debate him. Is this separate from the other
No,
times that he's told?
this is the same thing. No, also no. Also, Charleston did separately call him out on his own on other platforms, but they did offer him money to come on the Danza show to debate him, but he didn't want to do it because he knows Charleston is intellectual somewhat, and he
Right.
knows Charleston ain't scared to ask him the questions that everybody want to ask, and he know he can't
Oh,
gaslight
see,
him.
so that just shows, like I said, I don't know everything because you're
And you're right, brother.
educating me. Because what you're telling me is he was apologizing from them trying to get him to go on with Charleston White. Is that what you're saying,
Right,
nephew?
right,
Okay.
right.
Okay. See. Well, I figured it was something like that, but I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. Charleston White had no reason for me to even think. I just thought what I said. I thought, but what you're saying, it is pertaining to being on the show, but not so much Umar. Like I thought, you're saying it's not Umar. It was the fact of the Umar knowing that they had offered Charleston White to also come on, and that made Umar uncomfortable, i.e., the apology. Is that what you said, nephew?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. And thank you for letting me know that, because I would have ran what I'm sitting here telling the listening audience.
Right,
Um, so that's all I really have to say about that. Now I do want to tell you, uh I'm gonna let the listening audience know that I called you this morning. You were at work. You didn't cuss me out because Uncle don't know. I'm just calling my folks,
no
to give
problem.
you breaking news, because Lene Stacks sent me a text, because I keep telling you all, not so much you, nephew, but I talk to these people like me and you talk on the phone, because you have to build up a trust, especially with these women like Lene and Marianne that have been through issues with folks like Umar. So these are women that trust me. And so what I want to bring you update on is that, number one, Lene Stacks, nothing really happening but a lot of lying on Umar's part, and it sounds like it's going to be a continued for another day. But what I really wanted to share with you and the listening audience is that from my personal relationship with Marianne and speaking with her, I'm gonna tell y'all this, brother, and y'all can take it any way you want. That sister got some, and I can't say because it's like, it's a trust thing, not a non-disclosure paperwork thing. But you understand, nephew, it's a trust
Right,
thing.
right, right,
I can assure you that Marianne Lorient has evidence on Umar that would literally make you fall out the chair, and not like you did when I told you some things when I've been on your show in the past. This is what I know. This ain't no hogwash. He say, she say. This is what I know personally, like me and you talk on the telephone. And and to just to add to it, it is enough damage, nephew, to where I'm surprised. Not surprised because of her character. So let me put it that way. But I'm surprised because if this was just a cutthroat sister, oh, she could have cleaned Umar's clock in terms of that $68. That 68,000 was a drop in the bucket. And I just hope I'm making sense, nephew, and not rambling, But yeah, if she was a regular don't give a crap hood rat like Umar done dealt with in the past, even though he never had a personal relationship. I mean, I can't even like with Lene. If she was that kind of sister, I'm telling you and the listening audience what I know. That 68,000 was just a drop in the bucket to fill the bucket up, and it's a 5 gallon bucket. She can literally. See, I thought it would be Lene because Lene got some shit too, and like I said, she called and let me know that they were in court today. But I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, when me and you agreed, nephew, and I appreciate it because you pushed the agenda. We said this about Lene, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Marianne supersedes Renee. That's the woman that I'm gonna see. I'm gonna take. We playing a little game here. I'm gonna take my pick back. You see what I'm saying, nephew? I'm taking my pick back, and I'm going over here, and I'm gonna give my pick to Marianne. Marianne has some shit, boy. I'm telling you, man, that will bring Umar down to his knees. Do you hear what I'm saying, Remy?
right. My bad. My internet glitched out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I figured that. What I was
Yeah,
saying is that we'll just cut this short if we have to, because it seems like it's an internet problem. But
yeah.
what I'm saying is, I was being funny saying I'm taking my pick back because I thought Lene would be the woman with the information I know that she has, especially with them officially being in court as of today. I'm taking my pick back. If we was playing a Price is Right game, I'm taking my pick back. I'm telling you, nephew. Marianne got enough shit to bring Umar down to his knees, and I mean he would literally be done. Period.
I'm pretty sure she do. Why do you think he would make that a stipulation on that little lawsuit that they had that she
Because
couldn't show those videos?
because I didn't know it was. I didn't know. We obviously just the way it went about, like you're saying, you could tell it was something serious. But what I'm telling you, nephew, nah, man. If she was just one of them dingbat women that Umar has had experiences with, she could literally bring him down, not just his so called reputation, not just clean him out financially. I mean, literally bring him down to his knees. So I'm not saying that what you're not saying is true. I just want you to understand that it's a lot serious than even you and I projected at that time. Because let me make this clear, I didn't know at the time of the settlement that she had the extent. We all knew she had more information. I didn't know that it was to the extent that I know that it is. Did you hear me,
I,
nephew?
I thought she did. I knew from the very beginning when she kept saying it. She kept saying, "I know some stuff," and plus the stuff that happened with her, the woman that she was mentoring, the married
Right.
woman that he wound up sleeping with. How you talking about you advocate for black families staying together and you out here trying to break them up?
So are you saying, nephew, so we can make it clear for the record, unlike me, I don't want to speak for you, so I guess I'm gonna put it in a question form. Are you saying you're not surprised by what I'm saying in terms of the magnitude of the information? Is that what you're saying,
No,
nephew?
no, I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure he thought. But by the fact that Mary Ann comes off as she's so sweet and kind hearted. So if you put yourself in the mindset of Umar,
Okay,
that's prey to him. So I'm pretty sure he entrusted her with a lot of stuff, and he thought that he can do the same thing that he does to other women, and
I got you.
threaten them and intimidate them to not give out any information, and probably trusted her with a lot of information. And you can tell by the way she was describing the things that he was doing on set that he was comfortable at doing being Umar, the real Umar around her.
I, like I said, nephew, that's why it's good to have these dialogues because I would have never thought. I mean, now that I know from her, I'm basically talking about you now. I would have never thought that you one up me. Not that this is a contest, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But what you're
Yeah, I
teaching
do.
me is, what you're teaching Uncle is, again, you're not surprised at all, nephew. You're not surprised at all. The
No,
magnitude of this, even though you may never know what it is, you're saying you're not surprised at all. Basically, let me put it in this context. You're not surprised at all that she could have got a lot more money from, even when I say that, than she did. I mean,
no,
a
I
lot more.
said that. I said that. I was like, she could have got a lot more. That's how you know that she genuinely is telling the truth because she could have got a lot more money, but she just chose to take. She could when they came to her with that offer, she could have been like, no, I need more than that, but she didn't. That let me know she got something up her sleeve. She knows something.
Got you. Okay, and you're right. And you know why, nephew? Because I just thought about, which you're going to remember when I say this. Remember, even with the medical bill, she only accepted the copay when they
Right,
offered to pay all of it. So,
right,
what you said, nephew, you picked up a lot more of this information than I paid attention to,
right,
with
right.
all due respect.
What I did was I put myself in the mindset of Umar and what men like him do. And Marianne is a very sweet woman. She comes off as a very sweet woman. So I'm Umar. I would think that I could manipulate her. I could be myself and I can intimidate her if she crosses me or any type of way. I just put myself in Umar's shoes. And I knew by the way she was just describing the man. He was comfortable. He was very comfortable around her. Look what he did with her, man, with the girl that she was mentoring. He felt
Right,
comfortable
right,
enough to
right,
do
right.
that.
Wow, wow. And I'm looking here where my little bro Manny is interesting. He said 500,000 because that's exactly. I mean, literally, that's
She that's what
exact. That's the
she could have got
exactly
him for what
the
he was
amount that
asking
I
for.
have in mind, and to see Manny writing that in comments is absolutely mind-boggling because that's exactly the figure. From what I know, I went from 68 and I just got stuck on a $500,000, and that's why I'm saying it that way because I know a $500,000 would clean Umar Johnson out for real. See, he's still hanging on by a thread because I educated, not so much you, but I educated the audience so they can understand the importance of illusion of progress. Well, you can't have illusion of progress if you don't have those bandos, even if you never go inside of them, just
Mhm.
doing what we used to him doing, standing in front for 2 or 3 hours. As long as he got those buildings to put in the background, I always knew that Umar would be okay. Because let's look at this, and me and you haven't even talked about this. That whole thing with cleaning the toilets, as nasty and disgusting as it may
Oh,
be,
Father.
family, that also falls under illusion of progress.
Thank you.
Okay? Look at him up there cleaning the toilets. Especially, you can tell from the comments. Listen to me, family. You can tell from the comments that people must was saying to him by the things that he always disrespectfully saying. So it even surprised a lot of people to see him doing that, to the point that you could tell a lot of people was trying to belittle him for doing something like that. That's why I know for Umar to stoop that low, it that falls under cleaning shit in the toilet, which,
His
like I
own.
said on yesterday's show with LLC, it's not rocket scientists. It's either Umar himself or the kind of people that he has coming in there that he
Delegated.
trusts to come inside that building. That's why if you heard me yesterday, I said he's basically cleaning up his own shit
Right. I
because
heard
that's
you. I laughed.
something. Did you? Oh, you did hear that, nephew?
I was
Be-
listening to it. I watched the replay at work right after I got done talking to you. And as soon
right,
as I got off the phone with you, it clicked back onto the video, and you literally said that I cracked up at work. People looking at me, wonder why I'm laughing so hard.
right. Yeah, well, because
You can tell who else is it
yeah, well, you.
because
That's why I
he
said
cleaned the bathroom already. He had already cleaned it when he
right,
was in there renovating with the lady when he had them ladies there. So
and
who
and
else is
and
using it?
and now that we didn't cover the video, and I didn't broke the news about Lene, and actually you have uh, uh, let me know that this was already something that and I'm just surprised because I thought, nephew, in all with all due respect, I thought that I didn't think I thought everybody else thought like I did. I would have never known. And me and Manny is even going to have this talk because it sounds like obviously it must have crossed his mind because even though we talked today, we didn't get a chance to really talk about this. It sounds like both of you are not surprised at the damage that she has, to the point that y'all talking about $500,000. And that's exactly where my head is. But the only difference is I just now started thinking about that recently from communicating with her. It sounds like you and Manny got it from the moment y'all seen the damn video. And that's great. That's great. That's why I always stand by each one, teach one to reach one. See, because now that I get it, especially with you and Manny signing off on it, what it does for me with what I know, even though y'all don't know, it makes sense as to why y'all saying 500,000 and all of that. Because brothers and sisters, in closing on this part, the lady is not to be played with. And that's why I say I don't have no problem being wrong. I'm not beyond reproach. I put my money on Lene as being the black woman that will take him down. And I'm here to tell my nephew Remy, my little brother Manny, and the listening audience that Brother Malik was wrong. And the reason why I know I was wrong, and I can admit that I was wrong, because although y'all don't know why I'm changing my pick, I don't want to sound like this is a game, but because I do know the information that she has. And with me knowing, I'm going to change my pick. And it sounds like it all indication, unless something really happens in this court thing with Lene Stacks, as of this here interview, I'm taking my pick to our sister girl Marianne as going to be the woman that brings Umar Johnson down. I'm
And
changing my pick. So,
what I want to touch on when you said about the half a million. I
okay,
think another reason why she did not take that money or
okay.
up the money because she knew it was coming from the people.
Oh, see, I didn't think about that because she did talk about how it came from the people when
Right.
when his attorney told him that there would. And by the way, and thank you for that. Oh, I'm taking mental notes, nephew. Oh, absolutely. You schooling me, brother, and I ain't got no problem with that. But speaking of that, let the audience know even more so how hypocritical, walking contradiction Umar Jermaine Fraud Shoemake Johnson. She says every lawyer she's ever dealt with Umar are all white. What's the big deal? Because remember, see, look at what you're doing. Remember, he pushed this agenda about the white contractors, which I thought, as you heard me say on the show yesterday, and nobody disagreed. I still feel, till my last breath in the casket drop, is very, very disrespectful and very arrogant of you to sit on, let's just use the interview yesterday, to have no problem telling people, hey, I'm Pan African. We don't take money from white donors. But
Right.
in the very next sentence, brag about how you gave the contractors the money and we pulled up the what's your names on the show yesterday. You know how our girl LLC do her research. So then
Right.
he gonna turn around and Marianne gonna tell me all of his lawyers are white. Every
That's
she's every set.
ridiculous.
She says everything she's ever dealt with Umar, even with contractual records for the movie, before all of this shit came about. All of Umar lawyers are white, and his money is in the white bank. Why is that important? Because here we are again. What more information do we all need as a people to accept Umar for who he is? And for those of you that still, now you can believe that he got white lawyers. You can believe that his money in right banks. I'm gonna say this, and then you can take it to the next phase, nephew. But
Hey, big bro, I'm right here in the
oh,
I
chat.
hear
thank you,
you. We
Manny.
hear you.
Okay,
We
I'm
hear
just
you.
not seeing you. Thank you for joining me, little bro. But what bothers
Uh,
me, not personally, but what bothers me as a lover of my people, and let me start over now that I
mhm.
see Manny is on here. Uh, we can accept and trust Marianne that she's dealt with him, and every lawyer that she's talked to that represent Umar Johnson are white. That's clear. She made that perfectly clear to me. We can accept that obviously his money is probably in the white bank. The problem
Oh
that I
yeah.
have, nephew and little brother, is why can't we accept and believe that Umar behind the scenes loves snow bunnies and that snow bunny never, black queens ever, is a facade just like everything else, especially when there's evidence like Cherry Hill. Thanks to my little brother Manny, he broke all of that down to me, the neighborhood, all of that. But if y'all remember on my own, just from my common sense, you're not gonna tell me these off the bat countries like Sweden. I don't give a damn how many black folks is over there. The face of Sweden have always been white folks.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not
He
going to
said
tell me that Umar is not going
Scandinavia,
over there to not see no white women. And that's why,
London.
in closing, with so you Manny or whoever you guys can speak, in closing, y'all remember I said just from common sense, my traveling, seeing how Umar thinks, how he operates, the people that taught me, the way I was raised. When you have a person that's pushing hard on something like Umar pushes on, experience, and I'm older than all of you, experience, not just mine, even from the Khaleds and the Elijah Muhammads and my parents, experience have showed me clearly. You are generally everything that you speak against, and the and what's called and the facade in you speaking against it is you speaking against it.
Right.
Because let me say this, that someone I noticed someone said on the show last night. I read it in comments. Do you really think if Umar had a chance with nobody around, we giving him the benefit of the doubt, to be with some drop dead gorgeous or half ass white woman, as loosey goosey as he is about being no sexual control?
Right.
You believe in your right mind that Umar wouldn't take that chance? Yes, he would, and that's what a lot of this going out of the country
He
is
tried to
all
do it in
about.
the movie.
That's
He
my
tried to do
point.
it.
Bro,
Why would you
Go,
even
big
go.
try
bro.
to put that in a movie about your
Yeah,
life
yeah.
unless
He
you're
told he
not
told
dealing
himself.
with that?
And before you speak, Manny, and you can have the floor. And you're right, You're right, nephew. Because if y'all remember, he tried to dispute it with his lawyer, never telling his lawyer. Like Manny reminded me, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, the lady had the damn emails. His dumb ass have his evidence in the email telling the
Mhm.
woman that he want the white woman in the scene. And that's why, if you remember, she said she sent the email to Umar while he was sitting there next to his lawyer. And she said, when you hear the buzz, that's me, Ellen, email, because he tried to deny it. And Manny even mentioned that Umar must have forgot that when he communicated and made these orders and demands, he did it on what can't be denied. There's a paper trail. And I do know part of what I know, what I said 500,000, and you and Manny agreed. I do know from what I know. That's also based on paper trail. So I'll leave it at that. Welcome, nephew, my little brother Manny. Go right ahead, man. Go right ahead, brother.
All right, the first thing you had said was about Umar wanting Caucasian or Afro Eurasian or however you want to call it,
O-
white women.
Okay.
I'm here to tell you right now, if Umar did have a white woman clean those toilets, well, first of all, we need to talk about that toilets. I need to talk to you about them toilets. He didn't clean those toilets. Okay, toilets. T A
That
L L I
That
T.
got the that I forgot
Toilets.
to tell you, that got the boys' attention too, by the way. Remember I told you how you made their night, man? Oh, we laughed
Yes,
so
sir.
hard. I forgot to tell you the toilet evening. Because the way you said it and the way he says it is exactly how you spelled it. But go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay,
But yeah,
toilets. Now, I brought that up for a reason. Now, I know plenty of doctors, okay, being a veteran. I know plenty of doctors. I've never heard anybody with a doctorate degree say toilet. Now, being as though I'm from the South, I got my people from South Carolina, they say toilet all the time.
right, like mine's from Louisiana. I understand. I got you.
But these people don't go to school like that.
I got you. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening.
How are we going to teach our youth how to speak properly when you're not speaking properly with 6 degrees and a doctorate? How can you say that you know about education when you don't know how to learn? Because I know for a fact, whether you wanted to learn or not, being in the military, being a retired combat veteran, okay, being who used to went to a federal government owned job corps center, I know how to clean a toilet.
Exactly.
Not
Absolutely.
and now, big bro, please don't take
Oh
disrespectful,
no, go
but
right ahead.
I got to jump on your neck from your neck. I got to jump on you from your neck to your feet. He did not clean those toilets. Brother Hassan, I'm going to say it again. He was shit smearing.
Okay. You get no argument out of me, nephew, and I'm not beyond reproach, little bro. You get no argument out of me. You get no argument out of
he
me,
was
brother.
he was
Absolutely
he
not.
was shit smearing. That was shit smearing. There was first of all, what you would think with 6 degrees, if you see feces in the toilet, you're supposed to do what with it?
Automatically,
Flush it
you
down the
automatically
toilet.
flush
Flush
the
it down the
toilet
toilet.
first.
Yeah,
Even if,
yeah,
That's
even if,
yeah.
not
yeah, you automatically. You absolutely. That's what I said. I'm not beyond reproach,
don't
nephew. Go
clean
right ahead.
What cleaning agent you know that dissolves feces?
None.
So the question at hand, when that lady said you gonna put some bleach in there, she was trying to tell you that you done smeared it all over the place. You done put all them follicles. Go check Leonard Honor's video. He breaks it
I
down.
saw it.
Continuous. This guy he cross contaminate everything. Now, before we even talk about a certificate of occupancy, I'm waiting for that school to open because I'm gonna go and call up the health department of Wilmington, Delaware, not Wilmington, North Carolina, Wilmington, Delaware, and I'm going to tell them, did y'all need to watch this video?
Got you.
C19, Ebola, HIV, every disease is sitting in them buildings right now. He's smearing, and all you ladies that think he's sexy, right? Y'all might want to watch that video again.
Exactly.
Not one time did that individual, because a man is isn't above accountability. Y'all see Big Brother right there. I was making jokes,
Oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
he took it serious.
You see how
He took
you
it
see how I
serious,
took
and
it though. Hey, I don't know.
he took.
I don't know everything, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm just as educated as Umar, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know everything, but it doesn't
You
hurt.
see how
It doesn't
he.
hurt to listen and learn, and that's what I'm
You
doing.
see how. You see how Big Brother Malik took it and said, "I ain't above reproach."
I'm not.
Okay, well, why is it that 6 degrees and a doctorate is not above approach when somebody's trying to help him with his own bad health hygiene?
Right.
Now let me back up because I do have part that I can tell y'all, and I don't know if y'all gonna be surprised or not. I wasn't
I ain't
really
surprised at
surprised,
nothing.
but this was brought to my attention. And the
Ovo
reason why I'm
down
saying it
sexual.
wasn't brought to the reason why I'm saying I'm not surprised, but then I wouldn't be surprised if people are because none of us have really talked about it. The reason why Umar has this full-fledged, all-out attack on eight. Now, listen to me. This was brought to my attention.
Hmm.
This is something that I can release. And
Hmm.
I didn't think about it because again, I'm not perfect. And when you have a flooded mind, like we walk around here, you forget shit. But when it was brought to
Hmm.
my attention, it did make sense. Umar's whole thing about going to school to want to be a psychologist is in his all out full blown attack on HDHD and special ed because I didn't know those are the
Because he retarded.
yes, I didn't know that, man. Maddie, that's what I didn't know. Umar literally had those kind of
That makes a
classes,
lot of
but I
sense.
Hey, why you
That
think he? Everybody think it's a spell when he says things in 3 times. No, it's so he can remember.
wait a minute, hold on, wait a cotton picking minute here,
I
hold
think
on,
it's
cause I
OCD.
cause I just heard Remy come in and agree with y'all, so I'm left out in the cold. Are you
That
telling
makes
me,
sense.
nephew? Hold
Maybe
on. Are
he
you telling
was.
me, nephew, you're not surprised to hear what was told to me?
Rain
No,
Man,
it makes
Rain
sense.
Man, Rain
He could
Man.
be one of those dudes that jiggle the hand. I said this before too. I said
He's that
Umar
smart. Wait,
strikes me as
he's
one
that
of those.
smart,
Hold on, he strikes me
brother.
as one of
He's
those dudes who jiggle the handle 3 times before he walk in the door, open and shut the
yeah, yeah.
fridge 3 times
That's
before he
exactly.
goes in
You're
it.
right.
He
Hold
might
on.
be.
Bingo.
So what? Slow down.
You are.
So one more time. Let me make sure. And y'all can have the show. I'm learning. I don't. We this what we do. Y'all telling me what I am able to release from evidence that has been shared with me. Y'all telling me y'all want me to believe, which I'm just being hypothetical and saying that y'all want me to believe, that Umar's whole attitude about special ed and HDC because
It's
that's
personal.
actually what that's that. Say it
It's
again.
the
That
same thing with white women.
It's personal. He I'll get to the white woman in a minute. But Umar used to ride the school bus, and you don't in Philadelphia. You can't. for the people that ride school buses, they special needs
Well,
attention.
even in California, when I
No,
was
wait a
raised
minute.
up in West Oakland, only special
Think,
need buses, only special need kids rode the bus. It wasn't any in my neighborhood,
whoa,
but I
whoa,
knew the
whoa,
kids
whoa,
that
whoa.
did use them. I understand.
whoa.
Wow.
Everybody else either walked or caught the public transportation.
Right.
Right.
So they'll put the
That's it.
helmet on.
Umar, for all the Philadelphians like myself, Umar rode on the cheese bus, y'all.
Or they caught the scepter. Or they caught
We
scepter.
called it this the
So
scepter,
wait a
but
minute. Hold on, because this is what I
the
came
cheese
up
bus is
with.
for special needs.
Okay,
Go
cause
ahead, big bro. I'm
and
sorry.
I'm doing this because no, seriously, man, I'm doing this because y'all helping me because I'm thinking what I'm doing, I'm putting all of the information that I've got, things that Lene has said, what Mary Andon said, things that you guys have said, the watching his behavior. This is what
Mhm.
people like Lene means, and we witness it with the toilet. This is why they say no matter how educated you may be in terms of a degree, Umar don't know how to do common sense shit like clean a toilet. Is that what y'all
Or,
telling me?
or
Right.
pay a bill.
Oh,
Or pay a
I
Oh
bill.
agree.
my
Or pay a bill.
God.
Or pay
That's
a
where
bill.
all his knowledge might
Oh
come from.
my
Or pay a
fucking
bill.
God.
Oh, think
Lord
about it.
have mercy.
Why
I
you
Think
think
be
I
about it.
keep saying in the
goddamn.
chat, bro? Why you think I keep saying in the chat, Umar, 51-year-old YN?
You do constantly say that. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you said that on the show before this one. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Right, I saw him
And
say
I
that.
do notice you. So wait a minute. Y'all telling me y'all been fooling Unc and y'all had this idea. I
I
had to,
thought you knew. I
no,
thought
Hey,
you knew.
hey, I got
look,
one
let
more. I
me
got one
look.
more for you.
I
I got
thought
one
you
more for
Look,
you.
knew.
I
hold
got
on.
one more
I'm gonna
for you.
take my glasses off and look in this camera. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not Umar Johnson. I don't claim to be. I don't know anybody like Umar Johnson. And I got educated people in my family and friends all over this country. I don't know everything. And my mind may not click immediately. But I'm telling y'all again, and I'm as serious as my daughter and my parents land in their respective graves. Y'all teaching me some shit. But I must admit, it makes sense now when
Right.
you start putting the puzzle together. Because when she told me that, that shit blew me away. I'm like,
Big
wait a
bro.
minute. As smart as you are, Malik, you didn't. I said, I guess what I did. I guess I ran with his intellect as well and forgot about, you know what I'm trying to say, you guys, how he
Brother
may have
Malik.
came up in school, if that makes sense.
Brother Malik.
Yes,
How
sir.
many men, how many men you know go toe to toe argue with a woman? I said men.
I don't know any because me and Remy
When
talked about that. He did. I knew he felt that way,
Ceci,
and he
can
didn't
you
know
say
I felt that way.
Ceci?
Yeah. I mean, I raised in a house with six sisters. You just didn't do it.
What man argues with a woman? We not gonna
I've been
do it.
married twice.
We
I
not.
didn't do it. Okay, whatever you say, I'm done with it. I'm walking out the room. You know, no, I'm not. Yeah, I got you.
You see what
Oh,
I'm saying?
wow,
Toe to toe,
wow.
exactly. And look how the way he talk. And then he said it 3 times. And you see the hands gesture. If you watching those
Oh
hands,
my God.
how many men talk with their hand like that?
Are y'all looking at my head and my hands like I was? Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, hey, big
When
bro,
she
can you
told
say,
me that shit, man, that shit blew me away. And
big
I'm
bro,
just
can you,
glad it came. Oh my God.
big bro, can you say,
Especially the way
oh,
you said it, you when you brought it right home, because you cut right to the chase. You said basically, a big bruh, it's personal. I got common sense to know what personal mean when somebody say that. I don't care what category you're using it in. That's why I'm letting y'all know I'm really learning because I'm putting all of the puzzle pieces together
when
now that
Adolf
she
Hitler,
had
why
oh my
Adolf, why Adolf hate Jewish people? Because his daddy was Jewish, right?
right,
Why Umar hate white women? Because his stepmama white, right? Oh,
right. You've
oh,
educated me on that. You said that.
oh, oh, okay.
Okay. And so
Some,
what you're saying
hmm,
without saying it, because you've already said it, that's
hmm,
why he has such a personal attack on ADHD and special ed. It's personal. Like
he
again, his
got
dad being married
does he
to a
like
white woman.
black women?
Oh,
If he did, then his mama house would be spotless, yeah.
I want you to think about this. I want you to think about it. He said he got 6 degrees, right?
Uh-oh.
Plus 20 years of experience.
Ooh,
And
ooh, ooh,
think about his age and
ooh.
how long it would take him to get those 6 degrees. Plus, have 20 years experience. On top of that,
Get him.
15 years of doing what he's been doing.
Get him.
So that's what they mean when the record show at 51 years old, Umar technically has a 6 month period of employment in 51 fucking years.
Yes.
Here's
Because
the
you're not the
Hey,
first person that did that math like that again to make me think. Because I was like, what y'all keep talking about
wait,
six
big
months
bro.
of employment? You
Wait,
just
big
broke
bro.
it down, man.
Wait,
got
I'm
wait, big
20
bro. Wait,
years.
Rim. You
oh
just threw
my
the ball
god.
up. I'm about to dunk it on him.
Oh
Rim just gave me the alley oop. You ready, Rim? He got
Right?
six
You ready?
degrees. He got 6 degrees.
Uh-huh.
How many of his daughter got?
none.
None.
So why you ain't wait a minute, before you liberate these little boys, don't you think you should liberate your daughter?
I know. I
Oh,
definitely know where you're going with that because you know my motto.
My
I teach all the boys around
each
me,
one
especially in my
teach.
family,
Rim, Rim,
all of my skills and all of my trades. And
y'all
most
want me to
no, 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 hold on, no,
I'm sorry, I'm
wait.
sorry.
No, no, no.
I'm
I'm
sorry, go
just
ahead.
letting you know I get it because what you're doing is you're using the apple doesn't fall far from the tree unless you're like Umar, because why isn't he trying to continue his daughter's education? Because
Mm,
all of my brothers and sisters
mm,
followed my parents' lead
mm.
and they went to school and got degrees. I went to school and got degrees, and then I picked up trades. All of my children are professional people. And then we all know from me doing these shows, not in an egotistical way, but just to let the people know I'm teaching these youngsters over here every trade that I have. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to go and get certified in it, but they can't say under my umbrella, under my auspices, under the roof of my home, that Mr. Malik, which is what they call me, didn't share all of his knowledge. And what by you saying that, little bruh, that I do get. Now I'm gonna give myself credit for that. That makes sense because you're right. Why
What's good for the
wasn't
goose
why
is good for
wouldn't
the
he
gander,
fight?
right?
Why wouldn't he fight so hard for his daughter, especially the ones that's younger than Nisha, to get their minds right for further education?
My
So
dad told me,
so let me ask y'all this before y'all take over.
mm,
'Cause are y'all trying to tell me?
mm,
I'm gonna use this terminology because this is what I discussed with her.
we listening.
Are y'all saying that Umar technically going after these degrees is a way to make him feel good because of his special ed and HDHD as a child?
And boom
And I hope
goes the
I'm
I'm gonna
explaining
dynamite.
add
that
to
right.
it. I'm gonna
And
add to
boom
it.
goes the
Hold on,
dynamite.
hold on, wait. I'm saying I'm hoping I explained that right. It sounds like I am because y'all are ready to speak, and I will respectfully go right ahead.
I, I'm gonna add to it. Not
So
only are you,
again, he's
there's
proven
more to
something
it.
to himself. I want to make sure you understand. That's what I mean.
There's more to it
Right.
than that. You
Okay,
just
go
opened
right.
the door.
Okay, go right
He's
ahead.
he's been told all his life. See, you gotta understand when he was from the time dad left the house, Umar has always been challenged in school.
Right.
Okay,
I've heard
Umar
that.
don't know how to keep. Umar don't know how to keep his mouth closed when the teacher say do this, do that. No, I wanna know what I want to know. And don't get me wrong, the question might have been intelligent. Okay, the question might have been intelligent, but it was
But it
asked
wasn't the
at the
time
wrong
for
time.
it. It wasn't time
Exactly.
for it. I understand. I
So
understand.
so so then he got labeled troublesome, ADHD, and all of this stuff, in which he does have.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. So his daddy say, look, you ain't retarded like these kids to say you is. These people saying you is. I'm gonna put you in this Scotland military school. Now, see, the reason why
Oh.
he was able to
That's what I
function
thought.
in
Oh,
That's what I
Scotland
thought.
dynamite.
military school because they
Yeah,
was in his ass all
Right.
day, every
got you.
day. Okay, so now what you see is depression, rebellion. He's still stuck in them teenage years. If you listen to his words,
Well,
okay,
that's
Right.
why.
he's
No, no,
still
no. Let
he's
me just cut in right quick. I am known for saying fantasies in his head because I do see that. I just didn't know, big brother and nephew, that it was because, in other words, what I'm saying, I didn't go that far back in Umar's life in terms of ever thinking that he suffered from ADHD, special ed, and then the act. Because I have heard what you're saying now. Even Remy schooled me on that. I didn't know that he was a troublesome child, especially when Lene Stacks came out. And I realized that he was the only sibling that was sent away to a boarding school.
Umar
That,
don't flush.
but he tried to use it as an excuse for his brothers and sisters hating him because he
I,
got
I
sent away.
oh my
But
God.
it wasn't because he was the golden child. It because he was the problem child. His mom refers to him as the
The
devil.
devil.
Oh, I think Uncle went out. I
He'll
got
come
to drop
back
the link
in.
for him. Yeah, I dropped the link for him again,
His his
just in case.
his his mom refers to him as the
As the
devil.
devil. Without
Okay?
that's not just from a short period of time of him
No,
taking care of
no.
her. That's all of his life.
Facts. Yeah. Then on top of that, let's talk about why you don't never hear no men having issues. I mean, like him getting in confrontation with no
No,
men. He
no,
gets in confrontation.
except for when his brothers whooped his ass. That's the only confrontation.
Exactly. Other than that, when he see a man coming, he go a different direction. Now, what
Yep.
kind of now to the women of the Pan African community, you need a man to protect you.
Right.
You know, my wife knows for a fact that if you look at her wrong, between me and my service dog, we in your mix.
Right. No, he did have a problem with one man. That's Seti. And Seti is 5'2".
How wait, he had a video problem. He had a problem
Problem.
on
Yeah, he had no problem
YouTube.
with him.
He
Yeah.
ain't, he ain't
Not face to
confront.
face.
He not like you and me. We got to
Yeah,
if we just pull up. Be like, hey, can we talk?
yeah,
He
yeah.
ain't gonna do that. If he
Right,
did, then Danza would have never apologized.
right. Well,
Now I got a question.
Danza's not a
We
punk,
we
but
but Danza
he
want that money. I'm sorry. Danza wanted that money, big bro. I mean, baby, brother. You hear me? Danza wanted that money. So let me put Umar on my channel. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him lie. I'm gonna let him babbity. I'm gonna talk about Aisha Curry. You don't have a right to talk about Aisha Curry. Am I right or wrong, bro? Hello? I think I'm the only one on the channel. Q butter on him. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep going until my brother come back. Okay. Umar wants a mama, y'all. He wants a mama. He don't want a man. I mean, he don't want a woman. He want a mama. He wants somebody to do all the work for him, and he sit back and do nothing. Okay. A man. He said, alpha males build institutions. No, alpha males are providers. Males are protectors. My brother Rim, you mess with his wife, look at his wife crazy, it's a problem. You look at his children crazy, it's a problem. His children say, Daddy, I'm hungry. They get fed. Wifey says, uh, um, baby, I need, before she can get the need out of her mouth, my brother Rim is gonna take care of it. Same with Big Bro Malik. Men are providers. We're not gonna sit here and beg about nothing. We're not gonna sit here and beg for this and that and the fourth, or telling no lies. Exactly. We're not gonna sit here. If we tell you we're gonna do something, it's done. We're not gonna sit here and play games with you. And I'm speaking for alpha males. Okay, my brother back. Good. I see him in the chat.
my bad. My internet keep glitching, but I'm
Hey,
still here.
you see me holding this bridge up till you get back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's why I ain't
Okay.
playing no videos. We just going to be an open panel about it because my internet's glitching right now. And I have no clue why it's doing this. I think it's the restream because I keep trying to get in on my phone just in case, and it keeps glitching out. There go Uncle right there.
It's the Umar Targets trying to get in
Do
here and shut
do
us
do
down.
you can you guys hear me?
We
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can hear
you
you. We
loud
can
and
hear you.
clear.
Okay, because I was just letting Remy know that you held it down because I got cut off this time as well, and I had to get back on. But it's all good. We're gonna get through this. Um, the thing about and I'm gonna get into the what your name so we can get out of here with this cable issue. And but I want you guys to know it may sound like we shooting the breeze to the listening audience, but most of you are regulars. I know you trust me when I tell y'all, y'all have sit here and helped me put this puzzle together, although it starts with our sister girl, okay? Because I am able to say that. And I'm going to admit I didn't take it because he has 6 degrees and a doctorate degree. You know how I feel about that. Y'all know I said
Mm-hmm.
I knew about that shit when
Mm-hmm.
he was. I just didn't go back and be able to put two and two together. Why is this man on an all-out war over HDHD out of all the things as a Pan
Oh, wait,
African,
wait,
whatever you
wait,
call
bro.
it? Why? Until she told me
Wait.
that, and I started putting the puzzle together. Now I'm listening to
Wait,
y'all. It makes
I
sense
got one more
now.
piece to put in. I got one piece to put in there. Charles,
Go
I'm
right
gonna say
ahead.
this,
Oh
and
my
as
God.
soon as I say this, Rem is gonna start laughing. Chester, Upland County. Okay. Umar was working not in just Philadelphia. He was working in the driest, as far as financially, county in the Philadelphia school system. Okay, and he decided he was going to go in there and wreck shop, and didn't realize that that area is over policed. Am I lying, Rim?
Wow. I think he's off again, little bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
Wow.
No, no.
When I
Why?
say
Why? I heard him. I heard him. I heard him.
Oh my
over police. So
God.
when they come for you, so imagine Umar getting
Paddy
fired.
wagon.
Imagine Umar getting fired now, all right? And Umar doing his little stunt. He gonna show out. And they say, okay. Nobody say nothing. They call the police. Now, when the
That's what you
police come in,
that's
Philip,
why they escorted him off the campus. I see you putting two and
escort,
two, you putting
whoa,
the story together. I got you.
not
Wow.
escort, not escort. They picked that 6'2", 200-pound boy up and threw him in the back of a paddy wagon. And if you don't believe me, ask anybody in Philadelphia when the
Oh no,
police come.
I have no reason not to, because I seen the evidence that he was escorted off. I understand with the way you putting it, but I oh no, I know police was
It's
involved.
it's
Lennon Honor
but
made that clear. I saw that. I saw the record. Wow.
but they don't come to lock you up. They come to embarrass you.
That's why you went into the kind of area there, so me and the listening audience can understand how they get down. I got you. So that's what you said.
So you
It
said
wasn't no
why?
nice escort. It was
Uh,
Negro, get your ass off these premises.
it was back to the '60s with the German shepherds almost.
I got you. I know it makes sense to
Okay,
me, and
so now he's angry. All that anger, all that anger. And you said why?
I got it now. I got you. I got you. Now let me ask y'all this then. So that makes sense why he can't he can't accept any type of criticism, even
Mm-mm,
constructive criticism, because every
mm-mm,
time he go live, I learned that when he's moving his hand, he's blocking somebody, and
mm-hmm.
and from what I'm hearing, it's not that they're doing anything but asking a basic fucking question. That's what I'm
Question.
saying.
Pretty
All
much.
of this plays into
Pretty
his
much.
mental disability.
Yes. Rain Man.
Pretty much.
He's well rehearsed. He can rehearse and rehearse. He's good at rehearsing, but smart. Mm-mm. Ain't nothing
Wait
about him
a minute.
smart because
Hold on. I just thought about something. Did I
What's
hear
up?
somebody on here say Rain Man? Because that's definitely what the hell I'm starting to
Yeah,
think about from the way
yeah.
y'all breaking this
Rain
shit
Man.
down to me.
Rain
And
Man. It's
and that what I just I think I said that. I don't
he
know if
told
I
I
know
Becky
I've
did.
heard it.
Marbles up in the
It
air and
might
he
have been.
went
It might have
down.
been. I just know I've heard it twice on this feed. So I don't. Y'all
Rain
figure out
Man.
who it was. Wait a goddamn minute. Y'all try to tell me Umar is Rain Man and my half-assed
Yeah.
educated ass couldn't figure that out.
He might be on the spectrum. I thought he was on the spectrum. When he started repeating himself,
That's
I'm like,
you
this
know
dude
why?
jiggle handles three times.
Cause you got a job.
He ain't got time to think
Cause
about
you
it.
get
You saying
money.
because the way I
You ain't got
you saying because the way I live my
time.
life and the way I'm involved. I
He ain't got
understand.
time to think about it.
Say it again,
Most people
nephew. Say it
don't
again, Remy.
You ain't got time to think about it.
So y'all
Matter of
understand
fact,
me not even thinking about it.
Right, right. You ain't had time to think about it.
most people don't. And they hear some. If you listen to the first 5 minutes of
I
Umar,
caught it
you be
right
like,
away.
yes, yeah. For the ones
And you know
who
what,
don't know
Remy?
it, for the
The
ones who
reason
don't know
why
it, yeah,
I do remember the first time I came on your show. You sure was using the terminology, and I'm gonna be honest. Even back then, I'm man enough to say I didn't even pick up what you meant. I didn't. I do remember
He,
you kept saying that.
he
But
on the
I'm
spectrum.
telling y'all again, man. Not that this is a contest, and the audience may not be interested in hearing it. But out of all of these interviews and all this investigation I've been helping you guys do, I'm telling y'all for the last time, Rain Man, HDHD, and special ed. All I'm saying, so I won't be confused, is I never included it in Umar's life, if that makes sense. I just never did. But once I was told that as part of her evidence that I can talk about, I knew there was a mental illness. I'm still thinking as an adult and not going back. Actually, again, you said it the best, little bruh. It's personal to him. This is
Right.
why he's
watch
so
this.
offensive. This is why he can't take criticism. He has something really to prove to himself. I'm just not
Yeah.
getting that all of this time on this Wednesday night.
hmm
That's why
Umar
when
is
you ask
also
him about the money, he shuts down.
Umar is
He
also
really shut down.
Okay, well, before you say that, Remy, little bro, can you explain to me, nephew, what you mean when you say that's why he shut down? Now that I understand where y'all coming from,
Whatever
but I still need
me
that.
and Rim me and Rim gonna play. We gonna play a skit
tag
for you.
team.
Ready? He's Umar and I'm the client. Umar, can I have can I get a tax receipt for my $25 I donated?
You ain't built no institutions. You not built no institutions, so I ain't got no answers for you. He shuts down. That's you ever see a autistic man get back down in the corner? They shut
Yeah.
down or they lash out. He does both. He completely shuts down with answers and he lashes out.
Y'all know
That's
what my movie gonna be for tonight?
Rain Man.
Goddamn Rain Man. It's gonna be Rain Man. I'm telling you, man. This just if we don't talk about nothing else, man, I can get off the line because I didn't learn something.
I got
Cause
something else I want to say. We gonna
I didn't put it. I didn't put this personal, these personal mental health and learning disabilities for the last time. I never equated them to Umar's childhood.
I
but
Plus,
know,
y'all
y'all
but
got
ain't
to
he
handed
keep
remember.
repeating himself.
Plus, y'all got
and
to
it's
remember, like y'all telling me I don't have time. Plus, y'all got to remember the way I was brought up and the kind of families I came around. I never had a
Negro get
reason
that
to even
paper.
think about it for that. If that makes sense to y'all, I'm not using it
Right.
as an excuse.
No, I
But I
understand.
didn't go to. I didn't. Everybody in my neighborhood, we all did the same thing. We went to the
Right.
Get
same
that paper.
schools. None of us rode on yellow buses. Our parents
Right.
went to work. The older brothers and sisters went to work and went to school. Now, that's why I said earlier now, I do have friends that I went to school with that rode the yellow bus, but that bus didn't ride through my neighborhood. I'm not being funny by that. I'm just saying, just like I tell y'all, I didn't see white folks until I got to college in UCLA, other than when I went to downtown, when my family went and shopped like in downtown Oakland. I didn't
Kind
go
of
to
like me and Rim.
elementary, junior high, or high school with white folks. The
right,
only time I saw white folks when I was in junior high, elementary, and high school was at sporting events where schools get together,
right,
whether, you know what I mean?
Big
Outside of
bruh.
that, I didn't see white folks on a regular basis until I got into college. That's why I don't have the racism stories that y'all have. Plus,
right,
in closing, y'all have to remember I had Huey and the Panthers. See,
right,
that's why that's why we didn't have this problem worried about why a president is really. Huey would have died first before he allowed the National Guard to come into Oakland with all of these black men walking around Oakland. And that's
fact,
why in 1966, people think that the Panthers was started because of racism. It was
Mm-mm.
started because of the racism within the police
neighborhood,
department
right,
who go
Mm.
around monitoring and patrolling your neighborhoods. That's
right,
why you
Right.
keep hearing me say, nephew and lil bruh, when you and them was in action, they had them long ass radios. They had walkie talkies. Every car, every chapter had a scanner, and 9 times out of 10, they were on the scene, even if it was just an ambulance or a fire department, because racism was prevalent, like it is in Philadelphia, in the police department. So, brothers and sisters, now that I'm on this and I'm be done, the Panthers were started not just racism in general, but specifically racism within the Oakland Police Department.
right,
Every fucking call they went on, it didn't matter how minor it was, they always end up beating the hell out of the father, the mother, and even the children. And in 1966, Dr. Percy Newton and Dr. Eldridge Cleaver decided to put that shit to a halt. So all of this shit that's going on with I didn't experience any of that. In other words, you can
wow,
say I came from a protected community,
right.
if that makes sense. I'm done.
Now,
My
Umar,
racism was totally different than what y'all went through because I heard
So
from
you do
LA.
understand, dear nephew. I am making sense
Yeah,
then. Okay.
yeah, but
Okay.
let me.
LA,
I want to
I
bring
heard it
something.
was a gang. Go ahead, Manny.
Thank you, brother. You got to understand Umar's mindset. You have to understand where Umar
Wow, this
came
is heavy.
from. So let me break it down. You can stay. Me and my brother was talking about it yesterday. You can be in one section of Philadelphia and not know how big the rest of the city is. Because
Right,
Okay.
that's right.
everything you need is
It's
right
right
there
there,
within a fifth, is right there in 15 minutes.
right
When people
there.
say they going to city, they sound like they talking like they going out of town. When people
Right,
say
Got
they,
you.
yeah,
exactly.
when they say they going to Southwest Philly and they're from North Philly, they're literally saying they're going out of town.
That's a fact.
Okay. And when I
Wow.
say
Okay.
you can grow up in a neighborhood and not see the only white folks you
Not the
see is
you
on
won't even
TV.
see the rest of the city. Yeah, yeah,
When you can go to Center City, the city hall, and go to court. Now, you probably the 90% of the brothers and sisters that see white people either in some type of sophisticated school, in court, or
charter
police.
school or charter, yeah, basically a charter
Okay,
school.
you'll find if you find a white person as a child growing up, it's a teacher.
Right,
If you see a classmate that's white, you looking at him like, "What you doing here?"
definitely,
Wow.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay,
Okay. So
okay.
so let
So
me go ahead.
Philadelphia, believe it or not, about 98% of Philadelphia is melanated. It's brothers and sisters.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
2%, you got 2% that's putting their hammer and their foot down, even to this day, and they still going off of when I'm Remy, you ready?
right.
Rizonomics. They
Well,
still living off of Frank.
I
They still
forgot
living
all
off
about
the
that.
they still living
Wow.
off the Frank Rizzo doctrine. Now, who is Frank Rizzo?
I
You got
recognize
to
that name.
Frank Rizzo was the Bull Conyers of Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah, I recognize
Okay.
that name.
And
Absolutely.
Umar, like me, we both the same age. We grew up under that tutelage coming up.
Oh, okay. I got you. Makes sense. Okay.
We grew up with Police pulling firearms on 9-year-old kids as we're walking to school. There's been many a times I've been held gunpoint, stop and frisk, get my bags checked just before I go to school.
Mm,
Okay,
got you.
so you got to understand his mindset. Okay, then on top of that, he grew up in a single mom home. Okay,
Okay.
his dad was him and his dad, his mom was separated, and Umar hated his mother for that.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna prove it. I know it, but I'm gonna prove it. Ain't nowhere in God's green earth. When my I drove from one time zone to another time zone, and I'm talking I had to go through two other time zones to do it. To render aid to my mother when she fell in the bathroom and hit her head. Okay. When I say that the environment that I put my mom in is spick and span. Why? Because that's my mother. I love
Right.
her dearly.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And my dad wasn't the greatest husband in the world. Okay, but that's my mother. There's no way on God's green earth. And if Umar, if you listen to this, I hope this hits you hard. There's no way on God's green earth I will allow my mother
Exactly.
to be exposed to a dirty toilet, to a dirty house. I would not have no woman coming into my mama environment unless that would be embarrassing to my mama. Not my mother, my mama. Why? Because she brought me in this world. And she
Right.
deserves every honor known to man.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Let me
Brother
ask you
Rim
guys
just got
this.
off. He coming
Yeah, I
back
know.
on.
Yeah, let me ask you this, bro. Because I keep thinking about, which you know it'll make sense when I say it again.
Go ahead.
We also have to, especially now that I'm able to understand that Umar basically was a special need child.
No, he
I'm
needed his
think
butt whooped
I'm ne-
growing up.
I'm thinking now we also have to remember what he may have went through at that military school with a variation of races of people,
I
which
don't know about that
also
because we got pictures of him with white girls at that school. Hugged up. Those pictures I sent you are from the school, except for the one with where he in that jacket and he looking all fly with the girl with the blonde hair. That's
right.
his girlfriend. That was his girlfriend.
Oh, okay, but he did go to school with white boys and white girls. That's
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Scotland military. My sister went to Scotland
Because
military,
I remember you told me that. That's why I'm saying that
and they
you see
prefer.
why now remember
Yeah.
you see where I'm going with this now that I understand Umar was a ADHD special need child, and this is personal. So all I'm doing again is putting the pieces of the puzzle. So now
Okay.
I see things entirely different than I
That's
did
your
this time yesterday. See,
big bro.
because
That is your educated
yeah,
analysis. Now I'm gonna give it
yeah,
to you from the street version.
right. I
Umar,
got you.
Umar, you say he had ADHD. I say he had a lack of ass whoopings.
Because okay, and the reason why I can relate to that because Lene told me that his father was hard on him because Umar, even though he was the oldest, he had this. He correct me if I'm wrong. It was like I guess his mother was trying to give him that baby boy mentality,
Oh
and the
yeah,
dad wanted
yeah,
him. Okay, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
It's really making
yeah.
sense to me now. It
Umar was
is
a
really
YN
making sense
then.
to me.
Umar was a YN before he went to Scotland. And guess what? All of that schooling, training, and everything still did not unbreak him from the YN mentality. The only person that's going to break him out of that YN mentality is somebody putting a foot in his posterior anatomy or his
I
daddy do
understand.
it first. Or his
Right,
daddy
I
do it
got you.
first. He's
I
still
got you.
stuck. He's still stuck. That's where he's at. Okay. He talks to women. There's no way on God's green earth you could be 51 years old and you ain't got a pot to pee in and a window to throw it out.
Very much unheard of where I'm from. You know,
There's no way.
the only people I've ever known that live like Umar. I mean, I'm taking all of that facade away, speaking, because that's why I always say, take the microphone away, take the speaker, take the cameras away. Umar's useless
How
to
can,
society, as
how,
far as I'm concerned.
brother,
Only people
brother,
I know like that are homeless and like that. They either on
brother,
drugs or alcohol. From where I'm
brother?
from.
If I tell you, with your construction experience, right?
Hmm.
If if I say I could build a house, and I tell you I give you the whole Umar spill, sooner or later you gonna say, "Well, can I see your portfolio?"
Absolutely,
But when we ask
absolutely,
for it, but when now another example, car salesman goes to my people that now before we go any further, do y'all realize? Do everybody in this chat, this whole stream, realize that Umar targets a certain class, a certain category of people? I call them
absolutely. Yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
EBT.
yeah.
I call them the EBT community. Okay.
Yes,
Now
you do.
these people, you've heard me say it. These
Yeah,
people are not
absolutely.
as they don't have the gall to pick up their phone and go to Chat GPT or Google or anything. They just go, oh, he sound, yeah, yeah.
They
I'm
don't
full
want
of
to.
pride. I'm full of pride. I'm full of and he talking education, brother. But if you sit and listen to him for a while, you realize that you didn't learn anything. And the same thing you learned in the first 5 minutes is the same thing you learned throughout his whole spill. He don't know what
Well,
he's talking about.
well, I've always said regurgitated. I've always said that about him, so I agree with that as well. Absolutely,
All Dr.
absolutely.
Seuss.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
now you got that. Then you got the fact that I don't get how we supposed to. Are we going? Which one is it, sisters? He's cute, he's sexy, he's this, that, and the fourth, or is he a principal? He can't be both. Okay,
Nope.
you can't
He
be
can
an
be Black
educator
Lightning.
and you
He can
can't
be
be the
Black
sex
Lightning.
symbol. I mean, it's okay to be sexy and be an educator, but he wants to be. He doesn't. He's confused between being a comedian, being a content creator, um, a scholar, and a principal.
well, let me say this,
He
and
can
then
be Black Lightning.
we'll get it. We'll get into the what your names and whatever,
Black
so we can wrap
Black
this up.
Lightning.
What what this conversation has also made me realize is why he wants to be everything.
Uh oh.
And I don't think I
I'm
need to say
listening.
anything else. That you understand what I'm
I'm
saying?
like,
I
no, I know you
understand
don't.
why he
No, big
wants to
brother,
be
no.
everything
Break that
because,
down. Break that down. Break
uh,
that down.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go on mute.
Because based on me realizing, and I've been an educator in the classroom. My ex-wife is a special ed teacher, only job she's ever had coming out of college. Uh, Well, Malik, if you've seen these symptoms, I didn't look at Umar at 51 years old to do a child evaluation on him. I'm not using it as an excuse, brothers and sisters. I'm just simply telling you what I didn't do. But when that information was passed on to me, okay, it got my attention to the point that I knew I was going to bring it up on this show as a way to let you guys know basically what I'm doing is that, hey, from her saying that, she made me realize some things that I wasn't paying attention to, or I hadn't put the pizza together slice by slice to get a whole pizza. All I'm saying is that now his behavior, as if I was still teaching in school with my ex-wife, his behavior makes sense to me because I do know that special needs children. I know even on the playground, even during recess, they want to participate in every game, every sport. In the
Mm-hmm.
classroom, when the teacher wants to be a teacher helper. Am I making
Mm-hmm.
sense? They
Mm-hmm.
always the first one to raise their hand. It doesn't matter what it may be. So again, it all makes sense now. This is why he's the
I got one.
janitor, the shitty toilet cleaner, out of breath, pushing the snow outside. it all makes
Don't forget,
perfectly sense. It all
Right.
makes
I got one.
perfectly sense.
I got one more
Go
thing
right
for you,
ahead.
big bro. This is how you feel about when I call Umar a hobo down low sexual.
A hobosexual.
Yeah, I
No,
get that.
no, not a homosexual, a hobo slash down low sexual.
And
I understand.
the reason why DL is standing out to me, with all due respect to you, nephew, not that it isn't because of what I know. So just from you saying that alone, man, is very, very scary because of
I
what
can,
I
I
know.
can, I
I'm
can
just
tell you
gonna
right
leave it at
now,
that.
it's wintertime. It's wintertime. And
Yeah,
I
I'm just gonna
guarantee
leave it at
you,
that.
Pookie gonna do whatever. And I put
Yeah,
that high emphasis
yeah.
on ever
And
because
not only
it's
that,
wintertime. It's
and not
wintertime.
only that, I'm thinking about. See, this is what I keep telling you, and I don't want to sound like a broken
Exactly,
record.
knowledge. Exactly, knowledge.
I'm sitting here
He gonna do
also thinking
whatever
about some of the
to stay warm.
conversations because I want the people to understand. I'm talking about having conversations with these women away from YouTube. That's what I
Ain't
want
no
to make
man with no
sure
finger and no booty.
that I want to make sure that we understand that. I'm not talking about these open platforms. I'm saying talking to Laureate, talking to Lene Stacks. Y'all making me realize that I should have went back and dug a little deeper to his childhood. And I'm gonna say it again so we can move on. This shit makes a whole lot of fucking sense, and it absolutely positively falls under not giving myself credit or being egotistical. I That's why I stand on. I said it earlier. Umar is everything that he speaks against, and you can take that any way you want in terms of what may be on the list that he speaks against. He speaks against gays. He speaks against women with unnatural hair. He speaks against interracial. He speaks against. But from the evidence that I have seen, I can definitely tell you, I used to only say the white women because I could see that a mile away. But
I'm gonna say
when you said those two letters in that sentence, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm
all
done.
I'm
Go right
saying,
ahead.
all I'm saying in 2025, and you in the closet, something is wrong. And I ain't got no problem with the rainbow community. Okay, I got many of relatives
Absolutely,
that's rainbow.
absolutely.
Okay,
As
but when
do
you
I.
when you
Absolutely, absolutely.
when you in the closet and you throwing hate and you throwing hate and you throwing more hate. When these people ain't even bothering you, you don't realize, Umar, that the rainbow community has the power to shut you down like the Jewish do.
They sure do. That's why he went on that rant a couple of weeks ago. They sure do. Yes, you sure ain't lying, little bro. Yes, they do.
Okay, you,
Yes,
and
the
I'm here
fuck
to
they
tell
do.
you, I'm gonna tell
Yes,
you
they
another
do.
little secret, Umar, because I know you watching. You
In
don't
other words,
realize,
little bro, them motherfuckers can really get you banned from colleges across this
bingo.
country. You sure
And
ain't lying. I do know that from the work that I do. You ain't lying about that. Up to
I'm
right
here to
with
tell
you.
you right now,
And we're not
Umar.
and we want the listening audience to understand we're not putting them up on the pedestal, but we have to also get out of denial, especially when it comes down to power and politics. See, because we still caught up in the same old decades and decades old. What you're saying, little bro, is absolutely positively true. I'm not saying it just to agree with you because we're like family. I'm telling you because the work that I do, I see it. You got to remember,
Um,
I'm an ex-politician, man. They are not to be fucked with if you come at them a wrong way and they really want to team up again. Now, I'm not saying as an individual beating you up or nothing, but if you're like
mm,
someone like Umar, which I know you understand this, little bro,
mm,
and you need platforms like college and high schools, they can shut
mm.
that shit down. Oh, yes, they can.
Umar, Umar has
Absolutely.
called out the Catholic. Umar has called out the Catholic community. Umar has called out the Jewish community.
Yep.
Umar has called out the rainbow community. And I'm here to tell you, Umar, these people don't
Yeah.
move the way you move.
They
The
And
sure
then
way
he
don't.
they
got
move,
mad because they
wh-
didn't want him at
they
his
they
event.
make
Exactly. There you go,
they make
nephew.
when they
Yep.
make when they make a move, they're gonna make a phone call.
That's what they did to
And
keep
after
his
they
ass
make
out
that
that
phone
event
call,
that Remy talking about.
power They going to you ain't even know where it's coming from when they come for you because you put three communities on the now they got you on their radar. And I'm here to tell you, you will be shut down. Keep
Sure
playing with
will,
them.
especially with the kind of work that he does, his bread and butter. So let's just move on. We did the show yesterday. I see we have some of the same followers, and that's okay. But brothers and sisters,
What's up, everybody in the chat?
yeah, what we learned is that uh again, and Remy and my little brother gave me credit for saying this, respecting my professionalism, is that I knew that no licensed contractor any in the past, in the recent past, had any permits to do anything to that building, and that's why I continue to tell you all, and we proved that on the show last night.
You
And
might have
then
to break you
go
might
right.
have to break down the requirements. You might have to break down the requirements of a permit again. So let me help. Cause I'm sure somebody in that chat want to
Well,
know
go ahead and
why
moderate.
he
Well,
ain't.
you go ahead and moderate, and then I'll answer the question because I don't have a problem doing it if you think that's what we need to
Uh,
do, so nobody won't be
all
left
right,
out. Go right ahead.
all right, all right. Now, do you not need insurance to have a permit?
Yeah, because you can't apply for a permit unless you're a licensed contractor, and if you're a licensed contractor, you have to have insurance on your company. Absolutely.
Can abandoned buildings have will you find insurance on abandoned buildings?
Very good question. The reason why abandoned buildings aren't insurable because of the root word abandoned. What happens to abandoned building? They'll run an insurance company out of building. Well, why, brother Malik and Manny
Manny.
Rock? Because it's like I tell you why it's dangerous for us to think black people it's okay for black people to get over on black people because they have accessibility to us. They don't have to put on a fake face or a mask. Well, the way it works with an abandoned building, the reason why insurance companies won't insure an abandoned building is because there's nothing there to protect it. So basically, as fast as Remy put a fire out as a fireman, I can come right behind him and put the fire because there it's an abandoned building. There's no activity there. Okay, so a very good question. Abandoned buildings are, in layman's terms, abandoned buildings are insurance companies' nightmare, kryptonite to Superman. That's why you cannot insure abandoned buildings, and that's why the city makes their money on property fees, which and vacant fees, which are going from 5,000 to 12,000 in Wilmington, where these bandos sit, because they are, again, like I said yesterday, an eyesore, and there's no protection. I.e., very good question from Manny. There's no insurance.
Another question I want to ask you, big bro, is um wow, I was just blown away. Uh, if a building is infested with mold, how will it? Will they be able to get a certificate of occupancy?
No, because the
Wow.
mold, the untreated mold, brothers, and I've never used this example before, but I really want to horn in on the people because you'll realize a lot of people aren't educated on mold, and justifiably so, because it's just not something that we let sit around. But this is also why we should understand why it's serious, because black people in general don't normally let mold sit around. Period. We'll go and buy every fucking bottle of bleach at the local supermarket. The reason why is because mold does not. It's like, again, like I use LLC, and I'll use one. Manny, you have an old war wound, with all due respect, that opens back up.
Mm-hmm.
You sit there and you
Yep.
don't treat it, you don't treat it, you don't treat
Nope.
it, you don't treat it. Well,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it's not gonna just stay a open wound, brothers and sisters. It's gonna deteriorate down into your vessels, which means it's cutting into your meat, which is your skin and your muscle, and then it goes from the muscle into the bone. That's what you see on the outside. We can't speak from the inside because, other than the tip of the gem at the top of the wall, you can see the mold coming around the edges. We can't really speak because he painted those, but we definitely can use the outside. The longer that mold sits, the worse it's going to be. What is the worst that can happen? Because if you catch mold in the construction field, especially on stucco, because brothers and sisters, stucco is very hard to treat versus wood. Okay, you can tear wood out, like I'm rebuilding walls right now, framing and all that. Plus, stucco, which is really concrete, is a lot more expensive than wood. So it would take a lot, 3 or 4 times as much money for me to treat the stucco outside in that stucco versus inside on concrete, which is on sheetrock, which is nothing but granulated chalk and getting to the studs of the wood. So the problem Umar is going to run into with those buildings is it's going to get to the point, brothers and sisters, where he will literally have to give it up because the buildings will have to be stripped down. The only difference on the outside versus the inside you have the wood construction, outside you have the steel beams. So imagine in reverse that he was building the school and the stucco hasn't been applied. Reverse that. All of that concrete, i.e., stucco, would have to be stripped from the building all the way down to the metal studs. And we already know the stairs have to come out. You can already see that even the ramp has to come out. We're talking about an astronomical amount of money, which will help you, brothers and sisters, understand why it was easier for the city to just let them being torn down versus them wanting to keep them and trying to remodel. Okay. They well, and this is a question you remember, man. It's been a while. This is like my 30 something show. People would say, well, why did they sell Umar the building? It's not against the law to sell abandoned properties because, brothers and sisters,
But
the city wants the building to open. That's tax revenue. Okay. The worst thing that that building can do is what it's doing now, which is what makes it so sad for those of you that continue to donate to Umar, continue to live in this fantasy, and continue to think that, boom, with the snap of a finger, because he said so, especially on some sort of radio show, that is going to happen. Everything in life is a process. Building and construction is no different. So to answer your question, brother, little bro, so folks can understand, he's either going to go head on and hire a contractor to come in there and build them scaffolds that I talked about on last night's show, and hopefully have it treated and the treatment work, or I'm gonna put it another way. You either can treat the wound on Manny's arm, or Manny let it get so bad that his arm has to be cut off to the elbow. Very good question, little bro. Very good question. I just hope I understood. I answered it where the people understand,
you,
and not think that this mold again is something that you can continue to paint on because the buildings do look good. It do look good in the front. I'll give them that, but it's painted. There's mold. There's a mold family. Okay, that's having
Cosby,
babies every day. And remember in
Cosby,
closing what I said about this part. It gets worse, brothers and sisters, because we're coming into winter, and the number one friend to mold is
is
liquid, be it rainy or melted snow. That's why I
no.
said, come back about a month after winter is over, and go look at them very same buildings then, where it's
At
nice
the
and
wall
shiny.
gonna be gone.
There you go. Go right ahead, nephew.
Hey,
Very,
bruh.
very good question,
At that
Manny
wall
man.
gonna be gone.
Go right ahead. That's
Uh,
why I asked you to
what
moderate.
I want to ask you, is won't he get in trouble for claiming that he actually had licensed contractors come there and do
Yep,
construction without those
yep,
permits?
Absolutely, and
yep.
that's another good question,
Fines.
because what the people need to understand, uh, the city is going to respond when it's time. Just like I keep telling y'all, the FBI don't move the way y'all think they move. This is not television,
Mm-mm.
okay?
Mm-mm.
They're gonna take their time and put their investigation together, follow the money, and when it's time for them to dot all their I's and cross their T, they coming to get his ass. You might be dead and gone,
Umar,
but they're coming.
Umar ain't got Diddy money.
Okay, so let me
Umar ain't got
so
Diddy
let me
money.
get back to what you said. I just wanted to use the investigation as an example. The city is going to wait until its certificate of occupancy time, brothers and sisters. That's why I keep telling you. And Manny did a excellent job again of moderating and even asking questions. That's why I keep telling y'all. Let him do whatever makes him feel good, including cleaning up shitty toilets. Okay? The city does not come in day after day, week after week, and do a punch check, just like I educated you guys. When you are a professional painter, I don't give a damn if you're painting a tool shack outside. If there's any hardware, what we call it, anything that needs to be taped or removed, that's the first thing you do, even if you spend a whole day doing it. It's called prepping. That way, when you crank up the sprayer, you ain't got to say, hold on, Remy. Hold on, nephew. We got to tape this. It doesn't work that way professionally. So the city, to answer your question, nephew, the city is going to wait until its certificate and occupancy. And another reason why it's a good question, that's one of the things
Tell
I'm
the truth.
remembering now that I told you I had forgot from last night's show. Okay.
Right.
Umar, brothers and sisters, is already setting up the excuse for the buildings not to pass.
I was
Let me
just
say
about to
that
ask
one
you
more time.
that.
Umar is already setting up the excuse for the buildings not to pass. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
know, if Manny know,
Facts.
if my little brother know, Umar, the con artist, also knows. Umar knows in 6.5 years he's done nothing.
Remy, don't forget him.
Okay, he knows that. Y'all keep acting like this man is stupid because he treats y'all and talk to y'all like y'all stupid. Okay, he knows this. So if you listen to the recent interview, the Danza product, all of this where you know the city is dominated by black folks and but the mayor is white and they just on the show telling a bold-faced lie. They gave us a hard time about, no, nigga, you didn't pay your goddamn taxes. You got in the car and lied to the people and begged for some more money. And while your dumb ass was doing that, the brother from inside the department sent Lennon Honor piece by piece every goddamn notice they sent you, how it was sent, and when it was sent. So, no, brothers
Right.
and sisters,
Facts.
they are not going to go
Facts.
and worry about Umar now. In other words, let's use a car coming off the assembly line. We don't check the car every time it goes through a department. We don't check it when it comes from the window section being installed. We don't check it when it's time to put the tire on. We don't check it after you put the transmission on the engine. When it gets to the end of the line, okay, the car is either going to pass because every department in putting the car together passed, or it's not. Whatever
Right.
department that didn't pass, send the motherfucker back through the rotation until they get over there to the windows, because these window links, and then that's how it works. Did I answer your question,
Right.
nephew, for you?
Right. You answered it. You
Thank
answered
you,
it.
sir. Because I want the
Shout out
people to
to
understand.
Information Man too. Shout
Yeah,
out to Information Man. I see
because
you
I
in the
can't.
chat.
I'm not really looking at the
In the
comments
words,
because I got my other phones doing all kind of other shit. But
I
tell
know.
him I
I
said
hear you.
hello if he's indeed
in the
online.
words of
Any
the
more
information man
questions?
show, tell the
Tell
truth.
the truth.
Tell the
I
truth.
like when you do that too, Manny. I like that too. Any other questions? Because this is not for us. This is for the people, and that's what I keep in mind when I'm talking. And I go from contractors talk to layman's terms. Okay, they're not going to come
Do you
in.
feel?
Okay, they're not going to come in and check every fucking thing that he's doing. They're going to wait till his black ass go down there with no contractors written off and say, "Man, we can't accept this." Just like you can't pull a permit if you don't go down there with a contractor because you seen the permits last night. I don't have to look at them. I've seen hundreds of them. Okay, that's the first thing they're going to ask you. They want to see your company's permit. They want to see your company's license and your driver's license. That's first thing the lady gonna ask you at the city clerk's office. Okay. If you don't, if you got one and ain't got the other, come back, sir, when you get them. This is not a game. This
Right.
is building
Well,
and construction. Buildings collapse, roofs fall in. Okay. Nobody's paying attention to the basketball court because y'all so bedazzled by the floors are painted and the walls are painted. Well, what did he do wrong, Brother Malik? Well, he painted over the floors, which is no different than him painting over the fucking mold outside. The
Floor got
floors
water
should have
damage
bingo.
too.
the floors should have been stripped down to the studs and rebuilt.
Down.
Okay, Sister
Down.
Lene, Sister LLC showed me a section of the building that I had heard about, but I had never seen it until her show last night, even from Lennon Honor. We're in the hallway because he never goes that way a lot. And you can see why. Have y'all noticed? And I know you and Remy know what I'm talking about just before I go
The
any
one with
further.
the
Yep.
roof
I
missing.
had,
Yep.
yeah, with the
We
no,
know.
the ones with the tiles missing, brothers and
Mm-hmm.
sisters, that little five by
Mold.
five area with those tiles, you supposed to cut that up. You got to, well, Malik,
We got
why
to
do you
come and
have
get
to do it? Because it
mold is
has
like
a
cancer.
history of water damage. That's why the fucking tiles aren't there. Okay?
Right.
Mm.
So it goes back to what, like I said, it's like our war veteran, my little brother, and thank you, and I salute you, man, because I know what you've been through. I know that, man. It's like you again not treating your war wound and going to bed every night and waking up, and now it's bubbling and it's sizzling and it's down. You can see, you know how they say down to the white meat? That area
Down to the white meat.
automatically, anytime you have water damage, is called trace the damage. Okay, it's leaked. We remove the tile. That doesn't solve the problem, brothers and sisters. Bust up the fucking floor and see what's under there. Okay? That's it's just that simple.
Facts.
These are the things that you
Facts.
guys are not talking about because he has you all in a goo goo gaga daze from all of them fucking colors that have you fucking dizzy.
Right.
Okay?
And then he'll hypnotize the women with how I look and
There you
the
go.
melanin dripping and all that
There
stupid stuff.
you go. All while he's whipping it, all them ingredients and all them sayings that Manny just, that Remy just said. It all falls under my. Here's these favorite two words: illusion of progress. Illusion of progress. Because in Umar's eyes, you dumb motherfuckers don't know what you're looking at no way. See?
Yep.
Now, am I right
That's
or wrong,
exactly
little
what he's
bro? Am
thinking.
I right or wrong?
No, you
That's,
right.
Y'all,
You right.
that's exactly what
all
he's
I have to
saying.
do,
That's exactly
and
what
let
he's
me give
saying.
you guys an example. Well, they don't know that the goddamn floor needs to be busted open. All I got to do is put some new tile down here, i.e., get the floors done. So you're going to put new floors, Umar. You're going to put new floors over an
Big bro, you
area
giving him
that
too
had
much
a
credit.
over an area that had water damage to the point you had to remove the tile, and you're not going to investigate. It doesn't
But wait
work
a
that
minute,
way,
big bro.
people. It doesn't work
But
that way.
wait a minute. But big bro, wait. You're giving him too much credit. I have never in my whole entire life working with the government, we have never been taught to clean a toilet, a toilet with Windex. I'm just
Oh
sorry. I
yeah,
mean, I
well
don't know. I
did.
mean,
Well, I don't know if you know, man. I did
You
comment
ain't
on
got
that
gas
yesterday.
cleaner?
I did comment on that
glass
yesterday during
cleaner,
the show.
glass cleaner, bro,
And, and,
glass cleaner,
and
bro.
wait a minute, Manny, and wait a minute, nephew. He had the audacity to show the bar to make sure you saw it on camera. This is what I'm saying because this is how Umar thinks about you guys. Stupid
Y'all
is
don't
as
know no
stupid
better.
does. Because
Exactly.
I see that you were surprised, Remy. But guess what? Manny will tell you he made sure He showed the
He's
label to let you know it was Windex, like he was shooting a fucking commercial.
man,
He's cleaning a
Ram,
goddamn
Ram,
toilet with
Ram,
Windex.
Ram,
Right.
Ram.
What you say?
He there's
What's up?
there's shit in the toilet, Ram, and he
And
takes
he's
the toilet. He takes the toilet brush the first time and he smears it around and then he squirts some I guess bathroom cleaner on top of the shit.
exactly.
Wait. And the thing
And then he
about it
takes
is
it,
though,
and then with the same, then the brush wasn't good enough. So then he put his hand in the toilet
oh my
and
God.
did from
But
the
the
from
thing
the
about it though,
toilet, from the
the thing
toilet, he
about it
goes to
though,
the sink.
if
Go
it
go
was
ahead.
the contractor's feces, wouldn't it have been moldy?
We
Wouldn't it
know,
have
Man,
Remy.
some type of
You
mold
probably you
if it was
probably
the
didn't hear this
contractor?
part. We
I,
know damn well that
It was
that's
it.
Umar shit that he's in there cleaning. That's why, as lazy as his ass is, he had to go in there and clean it because it's his shit. Because
and
Right.
let me tell my nephew or my little brother something. I ain't going in there
girl,
cleaning up your goddamn shit, and I know it ain't mine. I'm
Yeah,
not
thank
doing it.
you,
right, right. These ain't
Period.
my
thank
kids.
you,
I'm not
Mm,
doing it.
thank
I'm
you,
not doing it. I'm not doing it.
thank you,
I'm not
thank
doing it.
you,
Because
thank you.
he don't have to do it because he can hire somebody else to do it. But Umar
right.
knows that's his shit. That's why he has no problem regarding it as disgusting as it is. And this is also why I keep telling you all he's what's called an attention whore. That's why
Right.
all of this feminine stuff and this stuff that we keep talking about, it all makes sense now. Who do you know? You could be at a wedding reception, and I've seen photographers be told, don't take my picture while I'm eating. That's not normal behavior, brothers and sisters. See, who cleans up, who records themselves? Contaminated hands, one holding one phone, one all swooshing around in the toilet, in an unsanitized, no air circulating, full of chemicals bathroom. Who
Didn't
in
wash
their
his
right
hands,
mind? Who in their right mind does that?
and then touched the basketball talk, but y'all owe me $1 million if I
And
hit the shot,
wait,
and missed the
hold on,
shot twice.
hold on. Wait, I
See,
got a question.
go
If
right ahead, nephew.
because I do remember him saying on a Danza project that I'm
Okay,
not going to say is done until it's done. Do you think what I think that that's just him buying more time to
that's the
stall
setup.
and collect more
That's the
money?
setup.
Well,
That's the
I
setup.
was going to do with Manny. If y'all remember, I know it's been a while. This is one of the first type of things I started talking about when I first started doing guests on these shows. Okay. Yeah, of course. Are you asking us? And then another term is, Uncle, is he moving the goalpost? Absolutely, he's moving the goalpost. Let me explain this one more time. Not for you all. And I know you're not asking the question for you. You guys are great moderators and hosts, and that's what you should be doing. That's what we're here for to teach. I'm going to tell y'all one more time. Umar would rather, and it may sound disrespectful, but understand who we're dealing with, and we must be willing to call a spade a spade. Okay?
Right.
You can put a ribbon on the pig and paint it with some of that molded ass, old ass paint from way back when it was mayor economy. It's still going to be what, you guys? It's a painted fucking pig with a ribbon around it. Umar would rather lose his mother before he lose those buildings because that's all he has left.
That's a
Let
fact.
me break it down to you guys very, very simple and very, very clearly. If he doesn't have the building anymore, very, very, very simple, very, very clear. If he doesn't have control of those buildings, what possible reason could he ask you to give him money?
Exactly. None.
Because when he speaks, they pay for his flight and his hotel. So he can't get on there and say, "Well, I done lost my building, so let me get a scam on traveling." Do y'all understand how serious this is, especially when you're dealing with a major psychotic loony bird? Those buildings are more important to Umar than his mama, his daughter, and anybody else because they mean money. They mean hustle. Umar treat those buildings like I would treat my home and with the deed. Okay? As long as I got a deed, I can get a loan. As long as he has control over those buildings, even standing in front of them for 3 hours in the fucking cold, he
No.
will do it because to him, they are a matter of life and death. Let me end it with this. Could you imagine Umar giving his mother, his three bastard children, the attention that he gives those buildings, even though he doesn't do anything at the buildings? Now that sounds confusing. It's not confusing. You're confusing how fucking crazy it sounds with it being confused. It's not confusing. It's just
Right.
loony bird. He if he
Don't forget
gave
the
his
68,000.
yeah. Well, we'll bring that up next. But I want the people to understand how serious this hustle is. Well, Malik, we know it's hustle. He didn't gain me. I want you to understand how it is, what he will do to keep those, because
Right.
he used to be identified from going out on the lecture scene speaking. Well,
Hmm.
what is he known for now? You know how
Nothing.
you re-identify yourself? We know he's nothing, but to him, his babies, as we say, are the bandos. And as long as he got those bandos, there's a fool born every day.
Every day.
Somebody gonna send him $10 if he don't do nothing but tell him I need a light bulb for the outside.
Somebody
I
got to send
want
me
you all
something.
to understand this.
Where them
This is who you're
donations at?
dealing with, but this also goes back to when you don't hold people in your community and within your race accountable, they run amok. See, the white man, the white supremacists that I keep telling y'all Umar's worse than, the white racist, KKK member that I keep telling y'all Umar is worse than. See, they gonna come in and do what they do, and they going on about their business. Okay,
We
how
know what
long
they're
is
gonna do.
right? How long has Umar been doing this? And as long as he has those buildings, just like I know, and both of y'all agree with me, Umar also knows there's a fool born every day. See,
Every day.
and as long,
Every day.
especially if they knew and not hip to the game, which is why he also goes after young. That's why college campuses are a big deal to him. Okay,
Right.
Yep.
okay,
Right.
you're dealing with minds that are still like Jello. They haven't
I can
been
fool the young
developed.
people.
They don't
I can fool the
understand
young
what
people.
discernment means. So it's no longer
Facts.
even. It's no longer even. We keep saying it's the mothers. No, the mothers with the single mothers that woke up. His new number one victim, and my brother just signed off on it, is these youngsters on these college campuses. See,
The young people don't know no better. I
they
get
don't know
them.
no better. See, don't you see how proud they are when Umar come in there and talk about owning the school? Well, they're not going to have the attitude unless Remy sitting up there next to him. Oh man, that dude full of shit. Let me show you. Unless my little brother sitting up in there next to him. Oh, that dude full. They don't know.
Bullshit.
Umar know they don't know.
Bull.
So that school alone, he could get so much money out of from these new jello-minded freshmen and sophomore college students. Okay, go ahead. Let's talk about the 68,000, little bro.
All right.
Yeah,
Y'all there?
man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Sorry, my
I hear
dad.
you. Go right ahead.
The $68,000. What correction?
$600.
$68,800. 800.
Okay,
That money for all you people that's Umar fans right now. I just want you to know that you paid Sister Mary and $68,800. And guess what she did once the check cleared? And if you don't believe
that's
me, go to her channel.
that
She
fucked
went on
me
a
up right
ladies' night
there.
out. She went on a
On your,
ladies' night out
not on Umar's dime, on your dime.
on your
right.
dime.
That's why I said she didn't want to take more money in anything that cost over the costs that she had to pay because
And I'm
she
glad
knew
you told me
that
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 because
money was coming from the people.
that's been on my mind. Seriously, Remy, I promise you, that's been on my mind ever since you said it because that makes sense.
In
Knowing her the
fact,
way that I do, that makes
in fact,
sense.
she's taking some of that money and she's putting it back into the community where she's at.
in Cleveland, not in the suburbs where she lives in the hood, because she makes it very clear she hangs out in the hood where the
Right.
people, where Umar wouldn't dare go because
OG
he don't
status.
he don't fuck with real men. He bullies women and young men with yellow minds that are no threat.
Ram,
But
Ram, I
also
had a question for you.
let us say
Right.
this: the 68,000 came before my little brother asked his question. The 68,000 came from donations, which is absolutely positively a violation of nonprofit status. You cannot
We gonna talk
buy.
about that. We gonna get
You
that.
can. Okay, well, go ahead then. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it before we go. Go right ahead. If you're gonna
We
talk
gonna rim
about it,
right
then
in
I'll
there.
save it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ram, can you hear me, Ram?
No,
All
I,
I
right.
can hear you.
go ahead.
I can
Okay.
hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. Have you heard of any of your people in Philly seen Umar doing any activism in the
But
neighborhood?
no, never. Not
Okay.
once.
So now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Now, maybe if it, I ain't I'm kind of old. I ain't old as Big Brother, but I'm kind of old. I got some gray hair. My question I gotta ask is, if you can't take care of your own home and you can't take care of where you from, how you gonna go and help somebody else?
You can't. You can't help
Now,
nobody until you help yourself.
how many people in the chat think that Ubar the school is still gonna open?
Huh. That's always an interesting question. I don't care when it's
Because
asked,
I'm about
where
to
it's
shut it
asked,
down.
who
We about to
asked it,
shut
and
it
how many
down.
times is that. That's always an
We
interesting question because I just
we
can't
about to shut
believe
it
the
down.
responses I get. I just can't
All right,
believe it.
for
And
those
never.
who might say yeah, for those who might say yeah, I need y'all to listen up. Because me and my big brother is going to break it down why this school is not going to open. Okay? First of all, you got to understand that Umar did not buy the school. The school was purchased by K-12 Management Incorporated, which later changed their name in 2019 to Stride Incorporated. They
Yes,
did a
sir.
Sir,
buy here, pay. They did a buy here, pay here plan with FDMG LLC, not Umar. FDMG LLC, and Umar is a member of the board, and he has no board. In order,
Right.
then when he got that LLC, a LLC is like a legal person, and it comes with a
yep,
social security number called, and the social security number is called the EIN. The reason why I'm
absolutely.
bringing this up is because this EIN was the basis of him getting his 501c3 nonprofit status, the same nonprofit status that churches get and hospitals get. Now, now all of y'all that donated, that think the school is going to open and you donated, that donation money went not to Umar. It was not supposed to go to Umar. It was supposed to go strictly to the 501c3.
LLC, absolutely.
So when Umar put a slap suit on Sister Mary Ann, that's basically, "Oh, I don't like you," and it's an unethical legal injunction. But it's called a slap suit. It was just to shut her up, right? Sister Mary Ann didn't bow down. She didn't break. She didn't move. She didn't do anything. She countersued. And when she countersued, Umar immediately, just like Diddley did, he settled.
Real
And
quick.
No,
when he settled, he took money out of FDMG LLC to pay his personal. Because either he go to court and she busts him wide open, and then
right.
if he doesn't pay, and when she wins whatever she wins, and he don't pay, then he would have to go to jail. So Umar, in his brilliant 6th degree thinking, okay, shit smearing thinking, he decided, I'm gonna give her a settlement. Now, the right after that settlement, he went online. And if you pay attention to Sister Marianne, she said that that she was summoned to come to a legal office, and their sister or brother company was in Philadelphia.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm leading y'all into where I'm going with this. A cease and desist order was issued to Umar Jermaine Shoemake Johnson in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by the state of Pennsylvania. When he asked y'all fans, for money in that black video, that's what I call it, where he's wearing all black and he's in that parking garage. He's in the parking garage of the lawyer company, the white lawyers that Barry talk about,
Breaking the law.
Right.
breaking the law.
And let me
Well, that's it.
piggyback off, brother,
And,
since you went
and
there. Let me just say, let me
wait,
throw this
let me,
in right quick. Matter of
I'm a,
fact, he was breaking the law when he begged for that money with the fake bank account, and his homeboy called him because he was parked on the side street,
in
also in
Philadelphia.
the city of Philadelphia. Go right
Those
ahead,
are
little bro.
Philadelphia.
You
Those
cooking.
are
I thought he
Philadelphia.
was still in Africa.
No, a lot
No,
of people
sir.
thought that. A lot of people thought he was in
Those are
Africa. He was
Philadelphia.
not. Would you
Those
tell the
are
people where he was, brother? Would you tell the people where he was?
I'm about to tell you, those are Philadelphia signs, street signs behind him.
Thank you. That's how I
If you
found
get
out.
if I give you a couple dollars, remember when he leaned in and he seen you see the sign?
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't peep the
Those are
background.
Philly signs. Those are
Those are Philly
Philadelphia
signs.
street signs.
Yep.
Okay?
I thought
All
I
right.
thought that too, nephew. Just so you know, until it was brought to my attention, I went and pulled it up and I looked. That's when I seen somebody had hit him in his eye from researching what Manny is
Oh,
saying that he
whoa,
was in
he got punched in the
Philadelphia.
eye. He got
Yeah.
punched in the eye. Sister Mary Ann told you why he got punched in the eye.
Okay. What I'm just
Oh,
saying.
that's why his eye was
You
all
That
twisted.
yeah.
remember what I told you, Remy, and you were surprised. I said, nephew, go back. I even told Lady Lounge, and she did the same thing. I said, if y'all go back and look at the video, somebody hit Umar's ass in his eye the same day he's talking about that fake ass bank account store. All of that was in Philadelphia. He was breaking the law. The
Do you
recent
remember?
video hit in the dark in that parking stall. That's Philadelphia. He's breaking the law, but
Do you remember
he don't get on the video and brag about this. And he know y'all ain't gonna ask no questions, and you ain't gonna do a damn thing about it.
where was little Remy at? Don't ask. I said, don't ask no
Hold on, I got
questions.
you. Hold on, I got you.
See? Yeah, that was in Philadelphia,
Wait,
nephew.
big
Hold
bro.
on.
Wait,
Hold
big
Yeah,
on.
that
bro.
was in
We need
No,
Philadelphia,
little
dude.
we need
wait,
little
big
Remy.
bro.
Do what the Lord wants you to
Oh
do.
man. There are those of you who realize that Brother Marcus Garvey and Brother Frederick Douglass and Brother Umar want you to give generous.
Do what the Lord wants you to do.
There are those of you who realize that Brother Marcus Garvey and Brother Frederick Douglass and Brother Umar want you to give generously to DMG. So people ask, why come the school ain't open? Huh. Why come Umar got all his shit shacked up in that gym? Huh. Why come Umar say hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, but ain't opening the school? Don't ask, I said. Don't ask, I said.
Don't ask no questions. Just give the money. No, nigga, get the collection plate right on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side.
You better be careful there, little buddy.
Remy, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, Manny. The first time I seen that, Remy will tell you, man, I called his ass back in the middle of the night. Did I not, nephew? I say, man, that shit had me. Look at the
He's
look
acting
look
up.
look at him standing up there with the dreads and listen to the shit that he's saying, man. I had to call him in the middle of the night and say, man, that's some funny shit there, man. So please forgive
Yeah,
me, audience.
he's acting
That
up.
is some funny shit right there. But yeah, brothers and sisters, so you guys know what you guys are up against. You know what? And remember,
Oh, there's one more
75%
thing I
of
want
this.
to.
Hold on, I'm just
But
saying, and 75% of this information is public record. Go right on ahead, little bro. Go right ahead.
am I not mistaken? The title of this video, the title of this live was about Umar and Sister Lene, right?
No,
Well,
it was
no,
supposed
it was about Umar. It was about me and the LLC club rebuking this contractor's bullshit. He keep going out here trying to make black people feel bad with these white contracts, and we just simply wanted to show that no permits have been cleared anytime soon with the timeline that Umar has given. All the permits that were ever used were for short periods of time, and they've long expired. I think the closest one is 2013,
I want to tell
2023.
y'all something. I want to share something with y'all.
Go right ahead.
The bank account frozen, the scam before that, and everything after that was the preparation for Sister Mary Ann court case.
Yep. Yep.
So if he start begging, I'm just going to tell y'all now,
Yeah, you're
he's
right. Yep.
preparing. He preparing for another court case, y'all.
oh
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
I'm not at liberty to go any further until
Yeah.
the case is done. But I'm here to tell you
Yeah.
that none of the money all you Uber fans is given, and right now is going to him or FDMG. It is
Exactly.
preparing for his legal court case. So I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
tell you,
bro. I
and
hadn't
I'm
thought
here.
about that, little bro. Thanks for bringing that up before we get out of here. It's very important that the people know that.
I
Yep.
mean, if you don't want to,
It's-
I mean, if you're gonna give your money to somebody,
Give to King
ask
Randall.
Umar, or,
Give
give
to
it to King, or
give to Q Butter.
ask Umar, your leader,
Yeah, Q
who done,
Butter, King Randall.
ask your leader who he done pissed off, disrespected, violated, and then you go give them that money yourself versus him giving up your money to somebody else.
Now, I like that. If you're not gonna get a Q Butter, if you're gonna give it to him, right? Because what that does, brothers and sisters, just to piggyback off, that will give you your credit for your donation. Because remember, when I started this lecture series about 30 some shows ago, the number was that 75% of the donors will not get credit. And you can see, just using Marianne alone, she had given 2,000, but only reason why she
Not
got
one
that
piece of
back
paper get.
was because of the lawsuit. That's 2,000 she wouldn't have gotten back. So imagine all of these people across the 50 US states that have given Umar money, and 75% of them get absolutely positively no tax credit. Yet y'all continue to give, y'all continue to fall for that bull stuff. Now, something else I meant to talk about. Remember I told you some things I wanted to talk about. This just came up, so you guys forgive me for yambling on. Y'all now, because now y'all see he did took it to now, and y'all notice he always comes up with a name that has some sort of African name to make it sound better to
Uh,
to his delusional donors. He figures that if he put that little twist on it, it'll make them believe it, even though he's beyond the call of duty of letting you know that he has no intention of opening, let alone investing in that school. So now what is he's doing? He's taking the events outside.
yup.
What did I say on the show yesterday, little bruh and
You
nephew?
better sit your ass
G,
outside
you
because
better
you'll get
keep your
sued.
goddamn ass outside, because you sure can't go in that building legally and sell a goddamn stale hot dog. He got
Nope.
sense enough to know that. That's why he
Yeah.
coming up with this shit. Like, we gonna do every now. Let's talk to them in layman's
Wait,
terms.
big bro,
Why
you
the
might want to
fuck
break
do
that
you need
down.
to have movie night outside and you got a goddamn gym inside where you can shoot the screen off the goddamn wall? Come on, people.
Because he don't own the building. He got to get
That's right.
permission.
And it's not in a legal condition. I just said to even go in there stale hot dog. So now the new scam is for the EBT crowd. We gonna do First Fridays outside. But guess what, brothers and sisters? The grass and the soil. I'm not talking about underneath from the
Don't
Environmental
ask.
Protection Agency. We're talking about the actual grass and the soil are contaminated,
Contaminated.
all because of what Lil Bra had me discuss with y'all earlier, because there
Mold.
is no downspouts to control the water when it rains and snows. So instead
Four
of it going down
letters.
the downspout into those pipes you see sticking up the ground, which we call conduit, it goes underground and takes the water out into the street. So not only are the buildings getting contaminated with the mold, the grass is filled with what you'll notice this terminology in aquariums and fish tanks. The grass is filled with what's called algae.
Algae.
Okay? That's the
But
green stuff that you will totally dismantle your fishing tank if you see it in your fish tank in the
right,
house. So this is what
Fish
he
tank.
wants you to go outside and have a Friday night movie in contaminated grass. And it might be a dead possum, a dead snake, a piece of ass or something out there. You just don't know, brothers and sisters. So I'm simply saying, let's just
You
call it for what it is.
you
It's
standing
a
in shit.
money pit, and as long as he has a hold to him and he understands there's a food born every day, he's going to get money. But it is your responsibility, listening audience, to make sure any and everybody you know across the globe do not send Umar Johnson a copper penny.
He ain't earned it.
not one
Okay?
halfpenny.
Not one penny.
He ain't earned.
We
He ain't. He
all
ain't.
did sit here on this show just today. Not only the other hundreds that have been done, Manny went into a 30-minute thing with three different things. He told you where your money is going. And
It's going
let me give
Air
y'all,
Maxes. Air
yeah,
Maxes.
let me give y'all my final thing, and I got to get out of here because the boys' study hour was over at 7.
Whoa, wait,
Let
wait,
me
wait, wait,
give
wait, wait. I gotta
y'all
say
the
something.
same.
Let me say
Oh
shout
no,
out.
no, I'm
I
not
gotta
going
say.
right now. Let me say this, and
Oh,
then y'all can end it. But I gotta get this out. Let's just use the 400,000. Even though my little brother, that's why I told y'all when I was going live on other shows. That's Manny's specialty to break it down with the real estate. But let's just use the 400. Let's just use that. Then let's use the 1.6 million that he reported. We know over a
he ain't
15-year
reported and
period
collected.
is probably
Collected.
16.1 million. But let's just go with the 1.6 million and the 400,000. Very simple
Mm.
question. Reverse
Hit go.
psychology. Do
Okay.
you see $1,200? 12 do you see 1.2 million? Wait, 400. Do you see $1.2 million in those bandos? That's the last question I'm gonna ask. You don't have to technically answer it if you want to. Do it in comments. I'm gonna go back and do the show again, watch it on the bigger screen. But that's what I want to leave y'all with. Being funny, but then educate you at the same time in using reverse psychology. 1.6 minimum. Take away the 400,000. Okay, you tell me, because he's been showing you the same goddamn hallway. So let's just break this down. So we know damn well it ain't in the hallway. We know it ain't in the gym. Okay. He don't do
It's in
nothing
that
across the
snort.
street to the other school. So I'm gonna ask
It's in that
y'all
snort.
one more time. Where is your $1.2 million? Brother, you
In
got
that
the floor.
snort.
And,
In
and
that
you got
snort.
yeah, I'm just
In that
you.
snort.
You know what I'm doing. We know damn well it in the building, but we want to respect them enough to ask and act like we're not assuming. So I'm going to get off by asking, tell me, any of you undercover Umarians that we know, because remember, he said on the Danza project, his audience comes back to him and what? Send
And
him videos. He
video.
ain't
So when
telling
you
us
send it,
nothing we don't know. We
we
just
been
letting
through
y'all
that.
see that this man is running the game on you. He got people under watching all of these videos like this one at the same time, playing in your face, telling you what white man you can't be with, telling you
And
what white
meanwhile,
woman you can't be with, but his
what
own
white man you
father,
can't deal with?
yeah, but his own father married a mama after leaving his mama, married a white woman. He got a
Hmm.
sister that has a daughter. She married a white
Hmm.
woman, a white man two
Hmm.
weeks ago. And the man he has the
Hmm.
audacity, who, with all of his great deeds, he also is on record for being a scammer. Okay, Marcus Garvey is the scammer, but then on the Snow Bunny side, Frederick Douglass, brothers and sisters, also the last woman that he was married to when he took his last breath was a Snow Bunny. And why is this so important in closing, brothers and sisters? Because when he's on the campus of these colleges with these jello minds that haven't been formed yet, he
No,
comes out on the stage. Now, you and Manny, y'all know I ain't lying. He
I
comes out
ain't
on the
lying.
stage getting y'all fired up with that. Black
Black
Queen
queens forever.
forever. No,
Snow
but it
bunny,
never. Because he
never.
know you ain't gonna get
Black
up and say, "Well,
queens
hold on,
forever.
brother, hold on, Mister Umar. There's evidence from these shows that you like snow bunnies on the under, and on top of that, we definitely know factually, Mister Umar Johnston, that your father, who's still alive, and you can't
Is
stand him, was
is
married to
half
a white
white.
woman.
And
Frederick
half
Douglass was
white.
married to a white woman, and you have a niece and you
That's
didn't
married
go
to
to
a
her
white woman.
wedding 2 years ago. That's
What happened,
married
bro?
to a white woman. So explain to me, snow bunnies never, black queens forever. Go right ahead, brother Remy. I'm just teaching the people, man, because this is the
What
shit
happened,
that they
brother?
keep falling for.
Piggybacking off of what you were saying, you do the same thing with everybody. It's
Hmm.
all game. It's all one big ass game.
Say it again, nephew. Say that one more time.
It's all one big ass game for him.
Being played right in your face.
In
Right
your
in your
face.
And you standing there, ooh, doctor, I see the comment. That show is a nice Philadelphia jacket. Oh man, that jacket is hot, doctor. Well, nigga, you paid for it, damn fool.
Yep.
I got a
You
question. I got a
paid for it.
question.
Go right ahead, sir.
Is Cuba next to Africa?
No.
Is
I
No.
or
believe I
Jamaica?
believe that alone, because you know where we going with
No.
that. What and
I
I'll tell on him, even though he can tell on himself. Umar is more Cuban than he is
and
African
Jamaican. He's Cuban and
and
Jamaican.
Jamaican on both sides of the family. So y'all explain to me, how does this uh Afro King Kong of consciousness make any sense?
None.
Umar, there's a picture, there's a video of Umar when he was very, very young, looking like a bald head David Abbott.
I
Okay.
remember the
And
picture.
this
Yep.
is
Yeah.
when this is when he is trying to build a school in Florida. If you look at Umar then and you look at Umar now, there are two different people. And I'm not playing. I'm not saying it because he
Oh,
grew
I
up
know
or anything.
exactly what you're
No.
talking about, little bro. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Umar,
Absolutely.
Umar and Rim know anybody that ever seen
Yep.
me know that I'm light skinned. Umar was my complexion. Umar was the same complexion of his daddy.
Yep.
Darkened as he
And
got
he
older.
and no, he didn't darken when he got older. He made sure he darkened.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And part of it is
He
that street
earned.
life. Part of it is that street
Okay.
life too.
Okay. And
Absolutely.
when you see Umar, if you see Umar in that picture, he does not look like no African American. He don't even look black. He look Cuban.
Right. Because his daddy, as you said, if you really
It's
pay
Cuban.
attention, his daddy is
It's
not a
Cuban.
dark skinned man by any stretch of the
No,
imagination.
he lighter than you, bro. His daddy
Absolutely.
is Cuban and his mama is Jamaican. Okay, and I'm gonna say this
Exactly.
joke again. I'm gonna say this joke again, but it's for you to think. It ain't to be getting in nobody disrespectfully wise. How can a Cuban jerk chicken make an African?
Never.
Thank you. So
Lord, I just got
For all you Pan Africans out there, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all need to be careful of who you calling yourself African. Because guess what? Trump is practicing on the Latino community. Africans are next?
Because they are not FBA, and nor is Umar, which is why he's against respiration. For the record, audience, just so you know. And I just
Ain't no
got a
African.
message in my I just got a message in my email from one of Umar's former supporters, just on Instagram, just telling me how he wants me to know that they're laughing at Umar. And I believe him because I'm seeing the difference in how people are really, really, really bashing Umar now because the
What
people
did
are
we talk
waking up.
about, big bro?
The people
Bro,
are
big
waking
bro.
up. Yeah, that's why I'm sharing this with you. I'm telling you because I remember
What
what we talked about. That's why I'm sharing it openly, and I'm
when I
telling
said
you.
when that six when I said that 68 when he had to pay that
You sure
$68,000,
did. It turned a lot. That woke a
his
lot of people up. That woke a lot of people up.
you mean tell and I forgot to tell y'all, forgot to tell y'all the other part of that 501c3. The minute you take money out of that 501c3
For
and
personal
spend it
use, it's a wrap.
on you, not on the business,
It's a
it's a
wrap.
yo, you lose that
There's no
501c3.
coming back from that.
You lose
And and
you
I'm glad you
lose
brought
your
that up. And let me remind the people, the white man who he keeps talking about, who he keep got y'all food. Oh, y'all remember the little votes he did? The white man, I got him shaking in the knees. Well,
I
I
want to finish your sentence.
I educated Remy, and he thanked me for doing it. Brothers and sisters, having a nonprofit status is as much as being in the government's pocket as your black ass could be. Okay,
501c3 is white people
that's white
money. What
people.
are you
That's
talking
white
about?
people all day long. So all of y'all get on here, get excited with all of these fancy outfits and bracelets and all that talk. You not only paying for it, but he making your damn fool out of you because you ain't even got sense enough to know he in the goddamn government's pocket. Because when you apply for, that's why they're not. It's not an entitlement. When they give it to you, you give it.
It's a
You have orders and rules and regulations you must follow. See,
a,
so to
a
people like
50
Remy and my little brother Manny, all of that old pro black shit, that shit go through one end, go out the other, because he's full of shit. The microphone he's talking about, okay, it belongs to the white man. The studio belongs to the white man. He told
Let
me
me
he
break
got
it
all
down
his
for him.
money in white banks. All of Umar lawyers that the woman ever dealt with. This
White,
came out of her mouth. A white man.
white,
I
white,
said it.
white
She didn't just say it on
lines.
the video. These are words to me out of her mouth. Because you know when you're doing a movie, you got to do legal stuff.
Mr. Pan African blackity black black
Even
black.
from that, she says every lawyer she's ever been dealt with Umar Johnson, a white man. Matter of fact, she said he got three different ones that he bounced around and used on a regular basis, depending on what the fucking services are. So y'all keep
White.
going for this bullshit. Umar don't care no more about your black ass than a dead corpse in the cemetery. And let me say this: when did it get to the level that y'all excuse a man from openly having a 22, 23-year-old all out in the city, all around in the city,
All sir
and he
goddamn
gives
time.
All
no
times of night.
goddamn shit about her, and you think this nigga gonna
Homeless.
build a school and care about your children?
I'm
See,
gonna
She's
break down this
homeless.
and y'all
501c3
remember
in a minute.
y'all gave me credit for saying something, and I'm saying it
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
That says a whole lot more about you folks than it would ever say about Umar, even with all the goddamn
Right.
dirt thrown on his grave. That says
Right.
something about you, because a man that don't take care of his child, and I'm 62 years old, 5'10", 225 pounds, bench press 360 on the bad day. You can't tell me what time it is if you manage the clock factory when I see you publicly ignore your daughter crying out for help. And like
Right.
Remy just told you, out here in this day and age, and them deadly streets, and you respect and honor this man? Well, y'all know I'm old school. Where I come from, we don't play that shit. My mama
Uh,
taught me that if a man don't make groceries, a man don't cook, a man don't eat. That's why she made sure all 10 of her children, including her four sons, are self-sufficient. A man
Let me
that don't take care of his daughter, a man that don't give a fuck about his mama, don't give a fuck about you, and he ain't gonna give a fuck about no black woman. And in closing, every black woman Umar didn't have, down to the recent one, Lene Stacks, and even dealing with the movie producer, you see how he treats them. So I'm just gonna say this one more time.
I
Y'all
just want to
keep
break
being a
down.
member of the Umarian cult. Y'all go
I
right
just
on
want to.
ahead. Go
I
right
want to
ahead, little
break
bro.
down.
Go ahead.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
break down the 501c3 to the Umarian code.
Go right ahead.
When you got a 501c3, right? It's just like the best way I can break it down is for the church. When the pastors say don't do God that way, when we don't put money in the collection plate, we gotta pay these light bills. Excuse me. When you have a 501c3, you don't have to pay light bill. You don't have to pay water bill. You don't have to. This is why Umar was like, "Well, I got a 501c3." Well, I'll break that down in a minute. But if you don't have the regular expense. That this is what brother Malik was talking about when we talk about white people money. All of the
Right.
necessary bill, all the utilities, all of the things. You get a discount on all your equipment.
Yep.
You don't
yep.
pay tax. You don't file taxes. I mean, your taxes, you file them, but nothing comes out. Now, brother Malik said something, and I said I was gonna get on that. Um, Once you lose that 501c3, oh, back to it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Umar didn't properly fill out the application or went through the process, the whole process of a 501c3.
In
They said,
Philadelphia,
okay,
they took his
in
shit and they took
Philadelphia,
his shit. Absolutely. Go
with
right
the
ahead.
cease and
Absolutely.
desist, with the cease and
Absolutely.
desist. Okay, now,
Absolutely.
so he bought the buildings using that. He under the LLC, using the Philadelphia, using the 501c3 from Pennsylvania. He used it, the number, the name, and all of that, thinking the cease and desist wasn't finalized when he got that building. Right before when they told him, "I'm about to hit you with a cease and desist order." This is the reason why he bought those buildings.
Right. As well as what your name
Okay,
started giving back refunds. You're absolutely right, bro. Teach.
so
Absolutely.
so
Tell
so
the people.
so what happened was he knew that they were coming. So he said,
Yep.
"Okay, I'm gonna buy these buildings on this EIN." And then
Yep.
when they shut him down, he's like, "Well, I got the buildings, I'm good." So then he goes
Right.
to file for one in Wilmington, Delaware,
In
not
2019,
realizing that
in 2019. Exactly. That's true.
not
Right.
not
Go ahead.
realizing not realizing that Wilmington, Delaware, and Philadelphia, as well as Harrisburg, they communicate because they're right down the street.
It's like
Like
driving with
Oakland is
a
the
it's
South.
like driving with a suspended license, brothers and sisters. Let me throw that in. Go right ahead, bro.
Okay, so now he fills it out. Wilmington gives him a temporary status of 501c3, basically saying, "Okay, we gonna work with you. Don't worry about
Yep.
them. All right, we gonna work with you, but you got to do all of this. Well, in the words of your leader, Umar, why I gotta do all this? Why I gotta do it? I'll worry about it later. I'll worry about it later. I got the status. I got the status. So that's when the fake fees start coming in. The vacant
Mm-hmm.
fees start coming in. And
Yep.
now we're in a situation where you're at now. And what we're trying to basically say is this: your money is not going. You're putting your money in a shredder. You're putting your money in a fire, in a chimney.
Going
You're literally throwing your money
if you
away.
got a fireplace, go in there and take all your money and start the fire in your fireplace.
You're
If not,
better
throw it on
off.
top of your electric stove, because that's what you're doing.
You're better off using it for toilet paper.
Yes, sir.
And I guarantee you, if you flush money down the toilet, it'll clean it. Even if you don't clean it, it'll clean it for you.
Exactly.
Okay, because it's made out of cotton, and it got ink and all that other good stuff. The point I'm trying to make is this right here. When he sat there and said, "Oh, I need money for this," he was lying, because at that time he was working under a 501c3. When he said, "I need money for this, and money for the HVAC, and money for the utilities, money for all of these things," But I got one question. Did you did y'all hear Remy say I need money to start my channel? Did you
Nope.
hear brother Malik say I need money to start this construction spot?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell
Matter of
y'all what
fact,
my auntie.
remember,
I'm gonna
don't forget about my rites of passage program. I took care of these boys, man, for the first 4 months on my money.
speaking of
On my
boys.
money.
Speaking of boys, if y'all watching right now, I want to say thank you for all the support, and don't drive your dad crazy, okay? Your mentor crazy with
Uh,
my jokes and stuff,
Let me
okay?
say
And
this because I
James,
gotta go. What he's talking about, Remy, and I forgot to tell you, Remy. When I got off the show last night, I had to shower and eat, and the boys was already up front doing their study hours. So same thing you said. I played the video back for them. All right. And so by the time I got out the shower and I'm sitting at the table to eat, Remy, man, let me tell you something. If Maddie didn't have them boys, man, you would have thought there was a comedy show up in this house last night, dude. With the way I don't know if you're familiar with that guy. What's his name? James.
James Miller. Hey, if you
Oh
in the chat,
man,
we
man.
looking for you right now, James Miller.
Ooh. He had them boys laughing about how he was beating the hell out of James Miller. And he was asked, he said, well, Mr. Malik, do you know all of these? I said, that's my Facebook family, man. They don't play. I keep telling y'all that. But then
Remy don't let me go in as much as Sister Lady like
watch
this.
this, Remy. And then when that ended, you know how in the algorithm, lady lounge came up, and
The lounge.
I played the first one that she did was the hamster cage. Man, that sent them to bed about 10 o'clock, dude, in stitches. I want y'all to know, man, when these boys watch this stuff, they see the unity, they see us working together, they see how you got to attack an issue. I'm showing them and teaching them and training them the same thing I tell these grown folks on these lives, man. It is not okay for a black man or a black woman to blatantly use and abuse his own people because y'all share the same race. Y'all done heard this 15 times tonight. You're going to hear it
Wow.
again in closing
Big
because
bro,
I
before you
teach.
say anything, I
Go
gotta
ahead.
stop you for a minute.
Go ahead.
Ram, Ram.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm listening.
He just gave you the purpose of why you he just validated why you brother information man show sister lady
Absolutely.
luck the lounge he's all the work that y'all are doing, I'm doing, we all doing to try to say, look, this is not the example we want for our young
Exactly.
people.
Right.
And I
Exactly.
He just
and what
validated
he's
all
telling
your
you
work.
that me and him had a very serious talk about this, nephew, this morning. I called him to let him know, man, what y'all the effect that y'all having over here on these boys, man. And by the way, Remy, they also heard that very, very special message that you sent me in audio, even though it's a text. That's locked in my phone. I'll never forget that as long as I live, man. Every time I play it,
And I meant
it
every
puts me
word.
in tears because you don't people take what we're doing for granted. And y'all know the first thing that they hide to is just a bunch of black men and black women hating on Dr. Umar. We should be the same thing that Maddie says to me over the phone when there's nobody. All of you all say to me, we ought to be cherishing the brothers and the sisters that's doing this work. You can't say you love Malcolm, but condone Umar Johnson.
That's a
You
fact.
can't you can't say you love Fannie Lou Hamer and condone Umar Johnson. You can't
That's
do it,
a
brothers and sisters. You can't have it both ways. Because I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. My leaders. That's why you see the nation don't fuck with them, and they the only people still alive that raised me in terms of a revolutionary slash religion. But I'm gonna say this one more time. Dr. Khaled and Huey would stump his ass in the ground and bury him in front of that goddamn red, black, and green rock in front of that building. Don't
fact.
ask me no more. I'm making it very, very clear. It's unacceptable behavior.
Right.
You don't treat your people like that. You don't do it. Lady talking about she spent $10 less. She don't get food stamps to give Umar Johnson. Lady talking about she paid $5 less on her bill to give Umar Johnson. And you guys sit up here and treat this nigga better than you would treat your disabled father or grandfather that gave you life and took care of your black asses. What's wrong with you people?
Tell,
What is wrong with you?
tell them all.
See, it's not acceptable. I can speak for Dr.
Talk
Collins.
to him, bro.
He's part of the reason why I'm the man that I am today. I can speak for Dr. Huey Percy Neaton. I walk the streets all of Oakland, north, south, east, and west as a snotty nosed boy, sucking it all in.
With a leather jacket on.
And it's a whole lot of shit, not just with Umar, but all of these youngers running out here shooting up the street to with a National Guard never ever happened on
Brother,
Dr. Collins and on Dr. Huey's watch. It's just not
if
what.
we're
That's why
killing
I'm
each
different, you guys. It wouldn't happen.
if we
Unacceptable.
if we're killing each other, what happens when a race war comes? We ain't gonna have
E-
nobody to defend us.
Exactly, because we
No.
got here beating the shit out of each other and killing each other. So now you
That's
got
an
all the
allergic
other
first
races
mate
killing
kill.
us, and then we killing each other. Y'all tell me what kind of sense does that make? And then you got the Umar financially out here robbing our people
Scoop.
blind, and y'all
Skin.
sit there and let this man play in y'all face. We gonna have not a grassy area with all kind of dead goddamn insects and pets. Nah, it's got a name. It's the Black Power FDMGP Park. It ain't no goddamn park. It's a contaminated grass and contaminated soil. Not just on top, but underneath as well from the
It's a
Environmental Protection
Chrysler
Agency.
300.
Period.
This ain't no
Exactly.
Bentley.
Yeah, this is just you guys. We got to stop this, man. And I'm going to go on every show, every chance I get, until I take my last breath, because Umar must go down. And
You
if I
must go
have
Right.
down.
anything to
You
do
a
with it,
lion.
Right.
he's going down. I don't
I
give
got
a
Right.
fuck who don't like it.
I
I'm
got
not
something to
hard to
say.
Facts.
find. I'm not hard to
Facts.
find. I'm not running from nobody. I
I'm
done
right
been all
here.
over the country. I done been in war zones most of you niggas wouldn't go into
Scared. Scared.
because I know
Scared.
who I was
Scared.
gonna get in the foxhole. And just to validate what my little brother's
You
saying, with scared, singing scared in the background, all like it or not,
you ain't
but
never seen Umar in
all
Oakland.
of them youngsters out there shooting up the neighborhood. I got all of these videos sent from family and friends, Chicago, Memphis, and the other state. You know where they at now? But see, they bully you. They knock your grandmother upside the head and won't let her go to the stove. She got to go all on the side. They all in the house now, looking out the
Oh yeah.
window like Umar
Yeah.
Johnson, a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
goddamn cowards. And you were getting
Cowards.
ready to say, "Have you ever seen Umar?" Can you go ahead and finish that before I get out of here? Because it's
All right,
I
no
know where you
problem.
were going with that.
For
Because
all
these people
my
need to
Philly,
understand this. See,
for all my Philly cats, for all my Philly cats, you ain't never seen Umar down in the bottom, the forgotten bottom, Southwest, South Philly. You ain't never seen Umar on Columbia Avenue. Matter of fact, when the last time y'all seen Umar at home? Yeah, I said it. Umar can't come home. Why? Because there's people at home
No,
waiting for
we
you.
definitely can't come home.
There's people on the street right
Yeah.
now. We ain't talking police.
and and
We ain't talking about court and legal officials. We talk about the people on the street.
and
You
just
said
so
you activism, right?
and just so
Where's your
they
activism in Philadelphia?
and just
Where's your
so the people know, when you doing what I'm doing, people reach out to you on these shows. And I'm gonna say this, and I really gotta go. I know y'all telling the truth, even though both of y'all are from Philly. But I have had men and women don't know me no more than for me being on these shows just like today, and told me exactly what my nephew and my brother just said. We don't want that nigga here. That's why you'll never see him here. He better not come here. He say because he may end up in the alleyway, busted up
Alley,
and bruised. See, and
alley.
I'm only saying that because y'all know what we have to deal with. Three black men been rallying for 3 or 4 hours. Umar, Umar, yeah, because Umar is a cancer and he must be
Cancer.
eliminated. Umar's
And
contaminated like those buildings inside and out as a human being, and he must be eliminated.
he's
And
been
as
coddled
long
for
as I'm
51
breathing,
years.
El Malik Abdul Muhammad, as long as I'm living, anything that I can do in terms of words, writing, marching, talking, okay, protesting against Umar Johnson, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody. Don't come for me if I don't send for you. Cause I don't play internet games.
Right.
See, Dr. Khaled don't know nothing about no internet games. I'm a soldier, just like my boy Remedy, and just like my brother. We soldiers, and soldiers ain't afraid to die. And I
I've
will
already
die for
died.
my people
I've already
before
died
I let a
once.
Umar Johnson run around here and run ragged. And what disappoints me is still to this day, not one black man didn't step to this thing because I promise y'all on my
He been
mother.
running. He
I
running from
promise
us.
y'all on my daughter. I promise y'all on my father. If he was anywhere in Northern California, I'd bench press 360 pounds right upside his goddamn head with these arms of mine.
Hey, big
I'm
bro, big
telling you what
bro.
I would do.
Hey, hey,
I'm telling
he
you what the
said,
fuck I'd
I'm,
do.
I, I'm telling you
Yeah.
now, Umar,
Get them off.
you a zesty, this, that, and the fourth. All right.
See,
And you said, let's prove it. I said, and this is what I'm gonna say. You said that let me take your wife on a dinner date. I say, if you want to
I
take
see
my
you
wife on a dinner date, let's box. And if you
exactly.
win, that way you can take my wife on a date. But I
You got
And
to
guarantee
deal
you,
with this.
I'm gonna
Just
do to
it's not,
you,
it's not,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
do to
that
you,
boxing match will
I'm
never
gonna do to
happen.
you, I'm gonna do to you what I did to Uday Hussein. That's all I'm gonna
Exactly.
say.
It'll
You can
never
check my
happen.
DD2. You can check my DD24214. I'm not like
Brothers is hey,
that
hey,
other
hey,
brother
big
that you
brother
messed
and
up.
little hey
But
nephew and little brother. I gotta get out of here, man. Let me get check on these boys.
I
They go to
gotta go
bed at
here too. I
10. We're
had to
about an
work here
hour
too.
past a
I
study
just
hour. Let
want
me
to
check on them. Thank you guys, man, for having me, brother. I hope the listening
Appreciate
audience
y'all.
didn't get bored. And I hope that this information is valuable to them because at the end of the day, it still comes down to Umar. He still is who he is. He's still doing what he's doing. And I'm going to say this one more time. As long as he has those buildings and know that there's a fool every day, his con is going to be in play. And as long as his con in play, El Malik Abdul Muhammad, and all of the brothers and sisters that are joining me in this fight on a daily basis against Umar. We are literally raging war. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. We're raging war against Umar Johnson because he must go down and he must go down for good. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Love you, brother Manny.
what's
Peace,
up,
Love you,
man.
brother?
brother Remy.
Peace,
Thank you
y'all.
all for
Appreciate
adapting me as your brother, your uncle, your mentor. And more importantly, man, thank you all for respecting and appreciate the fact that I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk, and I was taught by the best. And I've been on the battlefields and I survived. And I'm a better and stronger man for it. But an enemy is an enemy. And Umar is an enemy to my people. And nothing that he says, black power, no black queens forever. Say that shit, man, for them high school and college campuses. I'm not playing with you. Anything that I got to say and do on a daily basis. Umar gonna get free rent in my head, whatever the hell you want to call it. Because for the last time, he must go down, and he must go down for good. Black power, you all. El Malik, I'm out.
Hey, bro,
Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
bro,
sir.
bro. No. I was gonna ask Rim. Give me three. I need 30 seconds. That's it.
Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is this right here to back up my big brother. To tell you, Umar, if you send anybody for any of us, we are prepared for you legally and physically.
Oh yeah.
I just want you to know that we have studied the Archibald versus Johnson case. Let me say it again for anybody that want to look it up. The Archibald versus Johnson case. And then you'll understand why we said what we said. Okay? We know how to fill out a petition to sue you. And we will get it done. And we will get it done. Okay? We won't be, the court case will not be dismissed. I'm here to tell you that. And I'm going to say one more thing and I'm out. I got a Purple Heart for defending my country. The people you see me around, I love them like family. So what you think I'll do for them? We are done with this foolishness. You are not the example of all of us. You're not. And it's time, and as the men, like my brother said, we are declaring war on you. Am I right, brother? Are we not declaring war on them? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, big brother. Big brothers. No, I'm just asking, are we not declaring war, Umar?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, let the kids say it. Let the kids say it. I want the kids to tell them. We're declaring war on Umar. War on Umar.
They're playing around with my brother right now.
Hey, bro, get them my love. I love y'all in the chat. I'm very grateful that you allowed me on here. Hopefully, we made you proud.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you, and always remember that. Got mad love for you, bro. Anytime, any place, you got my number. Word.
I know. All right, y'all. Gotta get on out of here. Get back to these kids. My brother here visiting. My apologies for the internet going in and out. We're gonna come out. My wife's on the phone with them right now, trying to figure out what's going on with the internet. So hopefully it'll be fixed by tomorrow. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, we live stream y'all who make these lives lit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, make sure it's on all so you can be notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby. Really all my eye. You were just tuned in to Rim Rum TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, you better be careful, everybody.
MIG going crazy. I've been out of my body, but I've been doing fine. I've been stacking my cash, I'm working overtime. Taking drugs, I told my twin go pull another line. I've been praying to my God that all my kidneys fine. Stacking money, stay ready, this life shit not a race. In the real nigga category when they nominate. Been a hustler since birth, I cannot just jog in place. Yeah, my aura so big, it be hard to hide my face. Ain't no checking me, I'm super fly, ain't no catching me. I be trying to stay up on my grind, bad bitches testing me. Old friends getting mad, I leveled up, they ain't getting next to me. Some shit we don't get to choose, and this rap shit is my destiny. Pour it up and I sip, just spilled lean up on my kicks. Took a Canadian to the trench, she got out with different kind of stitch. I do shit that these niggas wish. Took a nigga bitch and fucked her in the whip. These niggas hating, I don't need trip. Dripping on a hater, I be sick. Coming for it all, trying to get paid. Know I'm from the trenches, you ain't crime paid. Gotta thank God he had my days. Stay up all in route like Jamar Chase. Take it to the top like I'm